I'm a little bit of a nerd when it comes to landscaping. I've studied soil down to the microbes. It's that level of detail I bring to my work and to my business. Straight lines and a healthy ecosystem is what I'm all about.
You're never far from Northern Credit Union. We're just one phone call away.
If you have a question or need a hand, speak to a real live local person for banking.
Here at Red Arena, we are trying to help people through equine therapy. Working with the veterans has been a very amazing experience. Our little motto that we always say is empowerment through horses. I love what I do. I'm just happy to be a part of it.
With SaskTel sponsorships, we get to be a part of your community. SaskTel cares. Always has, always will. To apply for sponsorship, visit sastel.com/sponsorships.
What you got on that one?
14-6.
Okay.
Welcome to the IG Management Western Showdown. We're broadcasting from the SaskTel Curling Stadium Swift Current in Swift Current, Saskatchewan.
So it's right on the T line.
My name is Sean Joyce. I'm joined by Melissa Saligo. And we've got the semifinal on here. Feature match will have Brad Jacobs against Colton Flasch. First end action just underway.
Keep going, Mark. Keep going, Mark.
Brad Jacobs with last rock, throwing the red stones. After the first stone brought into the rings,
nice and tight.
The corner guard goes up.
Yeah,
now Colton Flasch looking for the tight center.
Okay, let's give you a little lesson to work with here.
I think this is going to shape up to be a really great game, Sean. I haven't had a chance to watch either of these two teams play.
Line's good.
Far,
good.
I've seen them in the past, and I know they'll be quite the battle out there.
Curl and go, get as tight as you can.
I had a chance myself to see the Jacobs team play this morning. They weren't able to qualify, so played their two on Friday, qualified Saturday morning, and then they've been sitting around waiting to play. And you sometimes wonder if there might be a little bit of rust there, or perhaps the ice has changed since the last time they got to play. Well, they came out like gangbusters this morning and took care of Matt Dunstone in 4 ends. They cracked 4 in the opening end, 2 more in the third, and it was a short game.
Not too much.
So the rest didn't hurt them at all.
Yeah, that's for sure by the sounds of it.
I mean,
Well, from what I've seen thus far, the ice conditions have been fantastic here this weekend in Current. It'll just be a little bit different out there, obviously, Sean, with just less teams out there, less heat. And so the ice may change just slightly.
Hard. Hard, keep going.
I've had occasion to play in this building myself, and I can tell you, heat's not one of the words that we usually use when we play in Current. It is a little chillier. You will see a few warmer jackets out there, and a few well, we'll call them hoodies, but here in Saskatchewan we refer to them as bunny hugs. That's the proper terminology. Now you've been educated.
Thank you. I appreciate
Colton
that.
might be wearing one as it is.
Oh, off.
Catlin Schneider sweeping on the right there to left now as we.
Shot.
It also appears to have a warmer jacket on.
I think it right down on this is good.
Yeah, they do look like they are built for the cold right now.
You know, and they've got bleachers set up on one of the sheets out there so some fans can go out and watch. And kudos to the fans that are braving the cold to get out there and watch. You certainly get a better view out there from ice level.
With that roll by Team Flash, this now forces Team Jacobs to have to draw, but they have put up a corner guard, so a great opportunity to get around it.
Clean.
Ignoring that rock in the back of the rings.
Hard. Where are you? Get it shot and then stop. Good toss each. Good eye, guys. Yeah. Sweet boy.
Nice shot.
Very nice shot. Good weight.
like
Puts
that.
it just deep enough to be shot rock and didn't really come out the other side. I think that's what they were worried about.
Wow. 7/8 low. I mean, if it's just hit down. Because otherwise it just becomes free. That really come down? Whoa. Yep.
They're trying the run back double here. And makes no mistake, Kevin Marsh. What a fantastic shot.
I don't mind drawing again. It's up to him.
Twins playing the front end. I've known Kevin and Dan for a long time, and up close I can usually tell them apart. But it's nice when they put the first initial on the back of the jacket, just so we can be sure. I've suspected in the
Stayed right there.
past that maybe one of them only throws in turns and the other one only throws out turns, but you know, they'd have to switch jackets to get away with that now.
That's very true. Yes, I can say I'm very, very glad that they do have that their initials on there. I've worked with them a little bit in the past, but I don't think I could tell them apart.
Line's good. Come on. Line's good. Come on. Line's good, boys.
So another
DJ
chance
Harnder
here.
with another chance for the come around.
Line's good.
That guard's moved over just a little bit after the run back.
We saw in that previous shot too, Sean, that it just keeps on curling once it gets to the break point, and you can see this one now popping out the other side.
That's really moving hog line in. Like really. You seeing this?
Yeah, if you're used to watching slams in the Briar, Scotties, things like that, you might be used to seeing 5 to 6 feet of curl. Not that much here in this club, but there's a lot of late finish. So they came tight by that guard, and it came out the other side.
Yeah, no lack
Call it to do that though.
Sliver this way. Yeah. Just a hair low.
Still electing to try the run back. Could get a couple of things out of this. If you make the run back and stick it, you're probably rolling over to a center guard, and then you've got Jacobs playing.
Whoa!
He probably doesn't want to be in his first end.
Yeah, another great shot there by Team Flash. That was Caitlin Schneider.
Like that once more?
Go, Cat.
Okay. Hold on.
Yeah.
Could go around. Do you like this same shot, or there's also the middle? Right.
That is good.
That's getting kind of long, but. Try this one, Mark. Well, you can.
Draws. 15-2 on the last one.
No.
Swept all the way. The first one was 14-75.
Sure, I like that. Board?
Yes. Yeah.
I don't mind this shot, Sean. I think they could have thrown one more draw just because they've got 4 rocks left. Maybe try it one more time with trying to get a draw behind those guards, but they've elected to throw the hit and roll, and that's good too. It will be behind the tee line.
Clean. Yep.
Yeah, these guys had a big start to their game this morning, and certainly looked like they were willing to play aggressively here in the first end of this one as well. But having said that, you want to keep the blank alive here. If you can keep last rock into the even end of play. You know, I'm a few years removed from my playing days. We never used to worry about that till 8, 9, and 10. But now teams first, second end, they're already worried about manipulating that hammer into the even ends.
Easy board.
Yeah, here you go, move. Just easy board.
We don't seem to have that problem on my Wednesday morning league. We just get a point if we can get a point.
Easy board.
Just throwing easy board, trying to get a small roll if they can. You obviously want to try and force Team Jacobs to have to take a single here rather than the blank.
Good. Shot.
A little bit of a roll, but it does stay fully open.
Good pair.
So Mark Kennedy now, chance to roll behind cover.
That move, that was all aboard.
These are always a little tricky. You want to roll behind cover, but if you make it too perfect, you force them to freeze to you, and you could get forced here.
I haven't seen more curl on our rosters yet.
Whoa, easy, whoa. Go ahead, Ed. Hard.
No, nose.
Trying to get it to make that big finish at the end. Almost did it.
I think you got a piece in behind cover. That's a pretty good spot for it.
Yeah, I mean, if we're here.
As I said, if you ever dead bury that on the roll, then they just freeze to it. You're forced. So you want to make the shot tricky for them, make them have to play it.
Let's just make it. I like to say E through board. I'm there.
I would say two options here that they discussed was one obviously to freeze and, as you mentioned, put the force on. The other option is to try and hit and roll behind the other yellow card that's just off center. Try and change the shot up a little.
Yeah. Kind of wait. Board. Okay. Sounds good. Speed should be right up to full go here. Yeah.
I think that's a little bit tighter ice than they had on the previous shot, but it is, the rock is moved over a couple inches as well.
Yeah, weight's good.
Whoa! 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 Whoa!
Looking to roll behind that center guard.
Okay, shot flash.
What a great shot by Colton Flasch.
Obviously, we could throw this in turn and
That
just
was
come
really
down.
nice board.
And just a
Really
little.
nice board.
Hard to get rid of this.
Cat was, I think, a hair.
So then, why don't we just here? It's fine.
No.
I'm trying to listen to them, but they keep whispering.
I know.
That's the problem when it's the problem when they're standing beside each other. But I did hear Brad say it would be tough to get rid of that. Of course, you can see from our camera angle that maybe can see a sliver of it. We know it will come around that guard, but if he thinks he can't get rid of it, probably the best bet is to draw in front of the tee line and try to set up his deuce here. That sounds like that's what the call was.
Yeah, I believe so. And this is the first rock we've seen in this particular path. I think they obviously had their pregame practice, but this is a new path right now for this first end. So let's keep an eye on that and try and get buried completely behind that yellow guard. And if not, even to the face of the yellow stone, but that does leave an option for their opposition to freeze right back on top.
Yeah, you raise a great point there, Melissa, too, because a lot of times, well, for most of the competition, there's a draw to the button for last rock beforehand. So there's a lot of race to the button in the pregame practice. Here, with Jacobs being the event qualifier, he had last rock advantage coming into this. And those practice stones wouldn't necessarily have been thrown on this path.
Top button. Line's great.
This is looking pretty good, I would say.
Line's great.
Again, you see that really big finish at the end there. What a fantastic shot.
Good, yep.
Pretty much
Sean, do
right
you
where he
think you
tapped
could-
the ice.
Yeah, do you think you can see enough of that, Sean, maybe to push it out?
Frozen or no? We're not shot if we're frozen those.
I haven't seen one cross the center line yet, so I'm not
That's
positive. He can
That's
see
true.
a very thin piece. He could try the run back.
I think I like it.
How much you got? A quarter?
Yeah. I slid nice, and I
Think you can make this?
I gotta throw a little less weight, I think. Huh?
Like Ryan threw his here, and he was heavy hack maybe.
You got a bat quarter best. Yeah. I think it's there.
I agree. I think he'll be patient to start.
So they've decided to make the play on it.
Yeah.
It's always a little scary when you're sitting at the tee line and you call down to the front end of the other end to ask how much they can see, because they always
What's
lie.
that from down here?
That does not look like a quarter of a rock to me, but there is some finish there.
The weight is
I thought it was just my team that lied. So it is common. Okay.
You know? Oh, yeah, I can see a quarter of a rock. You don't have to throw it, though.
So Colton Flasch throwing about half weight here. Just if he can just hit what he can see and roll his
Solid hack.
shooter
Solid hack.
well
Call.
over to the other side.
Solid hack. Call. Solid hack.
This is the comment you made, Sean, that just I haven't seen one cross the center here, so working really hard to get this over.
Got a piece.
What a shot.
Enough to get out, and also rolls his shooter in behind cover. No double available. Brad Jacobs going to have to try to draw for the single.
You have to think about how difficult that shot was in the first end. I mean, they hadn't seen one in that line again with that half weight, and just makes it perfect. What a terrific team shot.
Well, I didn't want to bring it up before he threw, but I've made this comment several times in the past, having Colton here in Saskatchewan provincials, that he is probably the most unfortunately named curlers in the history of the game, with a name like Flasch, and he certainly couldn't afford to live up to his name on that one. Brad Jacobs with his final stone here in the first end of play, facing two Flasch stones at the back of the 8-foot. He needs to draw to the 4-foot to pick up his single.
Hard line.
Has to get by the guard.
Come on, go. I don't like
Line
that
was
rock.
great. The weight is too. Puts it in the 4-foot, but gets a single point and decides he doesn't like the rock all at the same time. He will take a 1-0 lead into the second end, and Colton Flasch will have last rock when we come back.
The 8 first. Straighter one. The straight one first.
Good sweep.
Saskatchewan, you know SaskTel, because we're everywhere, keeping you connected to your family and friends, to your history and culture, to those traditions that make us who we are. SaskTel cares, always has, always will, because we're dedicated to our home.
I'm a little bit of a nerd when it comes to landscaping. I've studied soil down to the microbes. It's that level of detail I bring to my work and to my business. Straight lines and a healthy ecosystem is what I'm all about.
You're never far from Northern Credit Union. We're just one phone call away.
If you have a question or need a hand, speak to a real live local person for banking.
Line's nice. Moving, going sideways.
Yeah, I know it's heavy though.
Okay, stay close. Line's good. That boy, Pete.
This is a straighter one. Just FYI. So what are you thinking here? Like 1475 T?
Second end action underway here in Swift Current. Sean Joyce with Melissa Saligo. And as we start this second end, Brad Jacobs with his final stone in end number one makes the draw to the 4-foot for the single point, but immediately talked about switching out that stone. Melissa, it was interesting. Of course, he's from behind it, so he could see the same shot that he threw on the first one. He probably felt that the line didn't take the same line coming down. Those two stones weren't matched. Didn't like it. Switched it up, and then they had a quick discussion from the far end whether to throw the guard or perhaps come straight in. And they came straight in, and I wonder if the lead isn't throwing that stone now.
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering too, Sean, just because he felt it was a bit slower out of his hand, and you just know it when you feel it, and he felt it just wasn't reacting the same way as his first one. They did have a practice, as we've mentioned, but sometimes you don't pick it up right away.
Well, and being A-event qualifiers, they only played 3 games to qualify than the one this morning. They may well not have played on this sheet yet. I haven't had a chance to look back at the draw, or certainly if they did, perhaps didn't play with these rocks. The Flasch team also noticing something when they went to call that corner guard. I heard a call down that they were throwing the straight one, so they have a pair that they don't feel is matched as well. Managing your rocks is always a bit of an issue at an event like this.
It really is, and I mean, all these teams are so good at it, but it is a very fine-tuned skill that you have to figure out of what your rocks, and you have to like them, right? If you feel like there's something wrong right away, the first thing that a coach would say is just ditch them and give them to someone else and let them manage them, and try and, you know, as the skip, you want to have a really good set of rocks in your hands.
Room right now. Room right now.
So whether or not he had them, Ryan Harden did make 2 perfect shots on his 2.
The line's good now.
Now Daniel trying to corner freeze to the one that's top 4.
Lock it on. You can bounce on this line. You can bounce. Go. All right, boys. Come on. Good. Good sweep. Just right in here on him. Top 8.
Dan Marsh locking that right on the face, and now it will be EJ Harnden trying to follow that down.
It took a long time to curl. I was a little concerned.
Got room.
With the right weight.
Top 8. Line's good. Line's good. No bounce, good, boys. No bounce on that line, Mark. Little bit of room. Room right now. Line's good. Line's good, boys. Freeze it. Hard, go. Come on. Head down. Keep going. Hard.
Not sure it's quite frozen.
Good toss each.
Not quite frozen. Probably make the hit and roll.
Had to wait a little bit on the line on that stone. It would have ended up with great line, but by the time it started to curl, they didn't have enough weight left on it to get it there.
Yeah, so like easy board.
Yeah, again, as we've mentioned, Sean, just that late finish rather than it's got a kind of a late break point on this sheet. And so you do have to wait for it to kind of start to make its move. And as you mentioned, just lost about 5 feet of weight on that. Still a pretty good position. The team Flasch has to deal with it.
I think this is okay.
Yeah, just nice.
Close to what I had this way.
Easy board.
Yep. Yep.
He's good.
Gotta go.
You gotta go. Come on, go.
Hard.
Little heavy.
Hard.
Kevin Marsh looking to make a play on the tight center and roll to another corner. Did they get a piece of paint underneath that rock as well? Boy, I think they did.
What a shot by Kevin.
Can I ever go instead of the yellow?
Yeah. Good shot.
Almost got it perfectly buried. You can see about half of it.
Hack weight.
Maybe a generous half from my perspective.
That was good. Yeah.
Are they looking at just the hit and roll?
Looking at the hit and roll, and if he can hit everything he sees, might be able to get right into the side of that yellow second shot stone. They wouldn't even mind bumping that a little bit. That stone is dangerous, frozen the way it is.
Hard, Ryan. Hard.
They jump the sweep on this right away.
Hard, Ryan. Hard.
Does have to get by that corner guard.
Great sweep.
Oh,
Great job on the brush.
Rushing.
Good toss.
Actually manages to hit that thick enough to go over the top of the 2 stones in the 4-foot.
Yeah.
Team Flasch has to just have a look around the sheet right now, or the house right now, knowing that they have one single rock. I know it's early in the end, but there's a lot of red stones piling up.
If you roll it here, there won't. I mean, we're always,
They do have hammer.
We're always leaving a double. All right, first you can go like this.
I really don't like that rock on the top.
Probably not really.
Do you?
I like just making a move on this rock here.
I don't mind this. Really good result. I like this.
Yeah, but then if he tries to, if you make this perfect.
Top 8.
Aggressive call here for the second end, but he's right. It's a great result if they make it.
75-15 range.
You heard the rest of the team maybe talking about trying to move that yellow onto red and move the top red one right now just because they don't like the position of it, the opposition stone. But I agree with you, Sean, that if they can put this one top 8 or right on the face, they'll be in a really good position here. Very aggressive call.
Yeah, and I think reading Colton's body language, you know, he doesn't like that redstone necessarily where it is either, but it's hard to do anything with it and get a good result out of it. This was your best result, even being short like that. It's not horrible.
Really hard
It's,
on the nose.
that
Hope that goes.
yellow-red combination on the top of the forefoot. Still not bad for Colton Flasch.
It's like a hair low.
He's going to try to get rid of everything here.
Yeah, right on the nose with very firm weight.
They do.
I've seen Mark
we're
Kennedy
into
make a
third
ton
stones
of
now.
these.
Does that? Yeah.
Yep. Whoa. Okay, good toss, Mark.
Who's shot?
That makes 3 stones go away, and that yellow stone that stays slides to the back 12-foot. It is still shot rock, I believe. Colton's pointing at it.
Yep. Either way.
Yeah, that was a terrific shot by Mark.
Take it off it too.
Moved a lot of granite around.
It's easier. Can't do that. So.
I like it. Whatever turn you like.
Half a rock with peel, you're good.
All right, bud. Half
Trying to
rock.
make the double on these 2 top red ones, Sean. The other option, as Colton was looking at, was maybe coming around their corner guard. But again, do you really want to leave those 2 opposition stones at the top of the 12, right on the center?
Yeah. And the reason he maybe wanted to play that first, that was his first thought. You make this, you're leaving a double back, and then you're probably looking at a blank.
Should be good. Get out of there.
Shot.
Nice shot, no mistake.
What turn are you seeing, Mark? You're in?
So now Mark Kennedy will try to make the long double.
Yep. Hard. Whoa.
Just drives it by the stone
Just
at the
missed
back.
it.
Now I think you go, hey? Yeah.
I think you gotta.
Yeah, I think so.
See, now you go here. But I like here.
Whereabouts depth-wise?
I think it's gotta get it buried.
Okay.
Flash, this is 2, so it should go in there good.
Yeah.
Center maybe?
Okay, you saw my corner guard coming here.
It's
What
right
do you guys
there.
think of the speed there? Pretty good? Yep. Sounds good.
Looking to try and get this one fully buried behind that guard. If you show any piece, Sean, I believe that Jacobs could potentially take on the double. So really want to get this fully buried.
A little hot right
If
now.
there's a double there, Brad will take it on and probably make it.
Now we got
Yeah.
a lot of room. Back four.
You know, we chuckle about that, but that's one of the things that makes it so hard to play against a team like Jacobs. You have to be so precise with your shots, because if you leave him anything, he can make a lot of rocks go away.
Just get away from it.
We also heard them talking from the Hacks about this being, I'm assuming they mean it's the number 2 stone, and they felt like it would curl. And you saw a big late movement.
Nice shot. Yeah.
He was probably 4 to 5 inches by the guard and looks to be just about dead buried.
Yeah, what a terrific result. And you heard them say 1375. That's the speed of the rock between the two hog lines. And I heard them at the beginning of the game saying maybe about 14 and a half hog to hog. So they knew that one was just slightly heavy. So they didn't put too much effort into it until the very end.
T-line shot.
So not able to see enough to make a play on it. Brad Jacobs is going to try to follow that down, sit on the corner, and unless I'm mistaken, I think, and this goes back to Catlin having what he said was the number 2 and feeling it would curl more. This looks like Brad's got maybe 2-3 inches less ice for his stone.
Yes, I think you're right. And obviously with Catlin just being, a couple inches heavy too, they have tightened up the ice here. So we'll see how Brad Jacobs' rock reacts.
Made 2 fantastic draws in the first end. Had to pick up his single point. Looking to freeze on the corner.
You can see how much is getting by that guard. Will it finish?
Looks like it's still heavy.
Maybe just a foot heavy, but certainly didn't get the curl he was looking for. Same weight as Catlin's, didn't get close to the same curl that Catlin got, and that right there may be the difference between the 2 stones.
Yeah, makes sense. Again, he probably got 4.
Great opportunity now for Colton Flasch.
Yeah. That was no sweep. So it should be again 14-7.
Needs to get a little bit of a roll here. If you happen to stay on the nose, you might leave a triple.
Just not to kill it. I think it's 14-7 to T is the right speed.
Okay. Did you time his?
Yeah, it was 14-4 heavy.
Okay. March right on the T basically. No sweep.
No sweep, yeah.
No, just through the house. I don't mind it. No, that's good. I like that.
Yeah, we should be able to hold it.
So just enough weight to push it through the rings. And as you mentioned, Sean, just try and get a little bit of a roll as well. Do not want to leave a potential triple opportunity for your opposition, Brad Jacobs.
Yeah.
Easy hack. Clean.
You don't like to leave the triple for anybody. You certainly don't want to leave it for Brad Jacobs.
Hack. Call! Hack. Gotta call a lot.
Hard.
Well, I think they're sitting first and second by the looks of it there. Didn't quite push it enough. It was really close.
And it may still matter that they did hang on the side for, I believe it looks like they've got 4th. So if Brad was to go after the double here, he'd probably lose his shooter. That would leave a hit on the back one for 2. So do you not have to maybe play the hit and roll under? That's what he's looking at.
Yeah, I would think so for sure. Yeah, that rock up Colton Flasch as it curls another inch. He's probably got a perfect shot. A great opportunity here now for Brad Jacobs to get out of this bit of a mess that was forming.
I'd love to throw just hack weight.
Okay, good.
You can see maybe an inch between those 2 rocks. So hack weight, hit and roll under.
Brad Jacobs, his final stone here in the second end. Leading by 1, facing 2. Without last rock, would like to hit and roll under cover. I hear Mark calling clean, so he's got to be close.
That's not bad. Boys. It's under a bit.
Okay.
Makes the hit enough to push it through, and Rolls over to be maybe half behind cover.
That's a less weight than him. Oh, that's good call. Don't worry about it.
Oh.
Yeah. Stock line. What's that? Fell.
The hard part of that is always getting up and pretending like you meant to do
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oops.
And it doesn't get easier as you get older.
No, that is for sure.
And you're just trying to just be back here.
Good call. I like the way you
Just back line.
I think they were hoping to roll about another inch just so that this shot wasn't there, but I think it's there if he comes down with hack weight. We saw the finish on it, the curl. If he gets to 3/4, 7/8, he should be able to push that without touching the Yellowstone at the back 12 and get his deuce.
Back line.
I think it's heavy.
A little bit more than back line.
A little heavy.
Whoa. Little high.
Whoa!
Back line.
Delicate shot here for Colton Flasch, perhaps a chance to pick up 2.
Wow, what a fantastic shot.
Does push it by the stone at the back. Colton Flasch will pick up 2 points here in the second end and take a 2-1 lead into the third end of play.
Welcome to saying yes. Welcome to possibility. To a future where it's not either or, but yes and. Welcome to the kind of thinking that changes with your life, priorities, goals, even the unexpected. Welcome to a plan that isn't set in stone. Welcome to shaking things up, to proactive thinking. Welcome to a plan that's so flexible, it's alive. Welcome to the IG Living Plan, where you can see your whole financial picture synchronized by your IG Wealth Management consultant. Welcome to a team that sticks with you through the changes ahead. Welcome to choices, options, and providing you with more than one solution. Welcome to foresight, rethinking things, and finding scenarios that work for you. At IG, we share all the changes in your life. We're there with you through the challenges and the successes. Because the real wealth in life is being able to embrace more of life's possibilities. Welcome to a new way to see wealth. IG Wealth Management. Welcome change.
Running the sanctuary absolutely brings me peace. The work is 100% cathartic for me. You know, I find myself getting tied up in it and being busy, and then it's really nice just to sit, breathe in life, and it's beyond zen.
Northern Credit Union, a true partner, sweeping you to financial victory, keeping your dollars where they belong.
Line's good. Okay. Just for weight. Line's nice. You can let it work if you want.
Yeah, weight's good. I can take in.
Line's good. Yeah, each. It's okay. That's good. Good spot. Attaboy. Go other side.
What? Other side, Kevin.
Welcome back, everyone. Semifinal action underway here from the IG Wealth Management Western Showdown in Swift Current. Colton Flasch, the delicate little tap back with his final stone in the second end, picks up 2, takes a 2-1 lead over Brad Jacobs here. So we begin playing end number 3. And Melissa, I don't know whether you caught it. We went to commercial
Getting tight. Getting tight.
break. We could still hear the players chatting a little bit. And we were talking already about rock management last end. I could hear Colton Flasch talking to his team about, do we play the tight guard? Do we play into the house? And part of that discussion was they were going to throw what they think was the straighter stone first. That's the center guard you see there.
Yeah, both teams having a lot of discussion about the rocks on this particular sheet, and when you're not sure, you know, you could easily just throw one into the rings. And the reason they didn't want to throw it into the rings is they didn't want to give Team Jacobs an opportunity to blank this end and take hammer into the even end. So they took a chance and threw this corner guard absolutely perfect by Daniel and made a great come around. So now they're in a good position here to try and keep that force going
It
as we move through this end.
Ah, Mark. Might be perfect. Yep.
Yep. Okay. Makes sense. The perfect pick. It's 15. I would think so.
So I guess the comment from Brad suggesting that rock picked a little bit. You couldn't really see it on the camera, but part of that is we've seen so many rocks with a big late finish anyway.
Yeah, it ended up in a very good, I think someone said the perfect pick, so ended up in a pretty good position.
Right now. 12, mine's great. Little tight baiting.
Both teams just playing so well thus far in this game. You can just see, oh, this one's going to over curl. I maybe spoke too soon, but not like it's a big mistake, but
they called it. It was light right out of his hand and did everything they could, but comes up for a guard. Still, it's another center guard and something Brad Jacobs is going to have to deal with.
Really?
I was thinking the other way, but.
And even if you hit it on the nose with Peel, I don't mind that.
Okay, we were thinking even if I hit it and go this way and bring it all this way.
Yeah, you can.
But like you said, even if it's nose.
I was thinking that if we had reds on either side is best. But nose is okay. I like Peel.
obviously the first objective is to try and move those yellow stones. Where your red shooter rolls is
Mark.
It's important. Obviously, Brad was hoping for 2 corner guards. The other guys were hoping more for it to hit and roll the other way, but it does roll to a center.
Same idea.
Still, it's your rock. Always a good thing.
Yeah.
Gotta guard the red.
The
tight one.
For me, with those on my eye.
Halfway.
Okay.
When you're crossing them,
Ideally, it's maybe just past this.
Inside the broom.
Right. Well, I mean.
So Colton Flasch now asking Kevin to throw another guard. They're gonna have to leave them staggered now. There's no choice. They're gonna have to leave double peels around, but you have to protect that stone in the forefoot.
Nice release. Close.
Pretty good.
That's close.
Line's good.
We're good.
Halfway to time.
Line's good.
Halfway.
Halfway.
Line's good.
Halfway still.
Little tight of anything.
I could make it.
Okay, just
I think
my
it's
broom.
there. I think it's there.
Just to my broom.
It's there.
Line's perfect. Doesn't need to do anything.
No.
Just gotta stop. Just gotta stop. Just gotta stop.
Good.
Just gotta stop.
Good throw, Kev.
That's a really great shot by Kevin. Not only does that protect the one in the rings, but it also, as you mentioned earlier, Sean, is it protects the run back on their redstone, so it's in the way of the red run back. So now they're gonna have to play a double peel.
EJ Harden had the double peel on his first stone, but his shooter stayed there.
Sit. Nice. Very good. Very nice.
Would like to get them both and roll off to the corner this time.
Guard again or what? Yep. Or that.
Just like that. I actually left the corner guard staggered a little bit, and that's a bit of a headache for Colton Flasch.
I think it's this.
That's definitely, and you can tell he didn't waste any time to walk up there and have a look at those two.
Won't quite get over, but that's okay.
Don't want to leave a staggered guard, corner guard for your opposition who has hammer.
Heel.
Or over, sorry. This
7-8 full.
I think so.
Yeah. Because the thing
So looking at the double peel as well as roll the shooter to this towards the center.
You guys, you saw this in the first end, eh?
Like you could even draw back there. Right.
Catlin Schneider with the big weight.
Kevin.
Wants to double the corners. He would love to roll and
Good shot.
Good.
carry the stone on the center. Gets a bit of cover, but does leave an angle on that red-yellow.
So close to being an absolutely perfect shot. Another inch roll on his shooter and he would have had it.
That's frozen.
But still, very, very good shot.
That's a good patient call. So you want to kill it and roll away?
Like kind of
looks
Christmas
a little
tree.
tough to kill the yellow and roll under.
Yeah, like 3/4 on the inside if possible.
On the
Is it
inside?
edge to edge or what?
On the red, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, the houses are dead, so this is going to be tough to get going and roll under the guard. But I'm okay if you like the hit.
What's he mean?
It's
open.
there, but it's tough.
What?
I don't like the roll away so much.
Yeah, yeah, it's wide open, so it's just 3/4 on the inside.
Well, it's more wide open if you're a right-handed curler as opposed to a left-handed curler. But if you think it's there.
You've seen me overcarve it.
Good hack, you okay with that weight?
Yeah.
So I think the decision they made is they'd like to come just across the face on this. Push the red onto the yellow.
Good weight.
They don't need a ton of roll under the guard. Just a couple of inches just to leave them staggered the wrong way.
Big time.
For Colton Flasch. And this is going to have to move to do that. I think they've gone to plan B here, going to try to roll big.
Yeah, definitely
Really-
plan B.
Okay, Mark.
And such good awareness. I mean, you listen to Brad Jacobs and he can pretty much tell us what's going on out there. He knows the houses aren't as lively as he was thinking they would be. So to get half under and move that rock enough was, you know, a difficult shot. But Mark, with throwing the hack weight, was able to remove it. But as you said, went to plan B, rolled away. It does now give the double back to Team Flasch.
2/3 makes it to you. That's definitely the right call. I mean, you still might have a hit and roll under here.
Hard! Hard!
Alan Schneider looking for the double. Makes the hit. Shooter comes across. Will remove that second stone. He stays right there.
Same sort of weight.
Made the double, but now there might be room for Mark Kennedy to roll under cover off this.
Same weight. No less.
They threw good?
Whoa.
I was never really concerned.
Yep. Well, yep, hard. Whoa. No roll. Sit. Good.
Good shot.
Yeah. I'm going to throw peel.
Makes the roll dead in behind.
Great shot.
No, good peel.
Cover. Colton
Wanna
Flasch
make sure
going to have no
peel on it
choice
every
but to try to run that yellow guard
I
back.
just know what it's doing with the big peel.
Dead nose, yep.
Well, we roll at 6 more inches.
Yeah,
There's nothing. There's no double. All we have to do is sweep the roll.
Good peel, you said?
Yeah.
Okay, sounds good.
Great conversation about the weight there, Sean. You can pretty much throw this, you know, with a normal appeal, but you go with what you know. And Colton made it very clear that he knows firm peel or good peel. He knows how to make that shot with that weight. But unfortunately, I better stop saying that
Jinxed
because
them again, yeah.
I apologize, Colton.
He throws the big weight so well.
He does, absolutely.
Yeah, I think that's the shot.
I was trying to make a coaching point there, but it didn't. It fell flat.
Yeah. So we need about here weight to make this good.
Right, yeah.
So you need back.
The shot stone now exposed though, so Colton Flasch might have something there if Brad doesn't do something with it on his first one. And that's what they're talking about.
Pretty good. The second
You guys like this play?
Yeah, back 12 -ish?
Yeah, back 12, yeah.
Marks, second one.
So looking to move that stone back. Shot stone back. Roll the shooter in behind cover. They want the shooter to be shot rock. So that if he does play the one at the back, they're still going to have a shot for two. And I think with Colton Flasch already having a 1-point lead, if you make this tap to the back at all, he probably has to play the open shot and concede the deuce.
I would think so. I mean, you're not going to take any chances right now with such a tight game early to give up a 3-ball for any reason. And these are one of those situations, though, you've got a rock in such a great position with not very many rocks to come. And do you just draw to the side and try and prevent a double that way? But if you did that and you left Colton Flasch a hit roll behind the guard, then it just makes your life a little bit more difficult to have to get your deuce. So this is a great call.
Well, I
But
thought they were
really
playing the
needed
tap
to
back.
yeah.
They played it as a split. I think he might have left a double.
Yeah, they really wanted to roll that much farther apart. But it's pretty even. And having a good look at it there.
Should have curled last stand.
I do. I just got to throw a laser. Right here.
So I took Ryan's one. That's the one. Oh, yeah.
2/3. I got to hit the back end. I got to throw it hard.
Just did not finish.
I can still hear Brad and Mark talking about rocks. I thought when he put the broom down, I thought he was trying to come across the face and tap that straight back and roll the shooter in behind cover. They ended up playing the split, and now he's talking about the rocks. So maybe that one didn't curl as much as he thought it would.
I agree. I can still hear them talking as well, and just not really completely satisfied with the rocks and the order that they're throwing them at the moment.
Whoa! Yep! Yep! Hard! Hard!
Colton Flasch certainly threw it hard enough to have a shot at the double. A little thin on the first one and just slides behind. So Brad Jacobs will have a chance to draw for his second point.
We threw a bunch out here. It's probably just straight draw to the button.
Yeah, light if anything, and it shouldn't move.
You hit 2/3 of the rock, didn't you?
And with all that we've talked about Brad's rocks and with them trying to juggle his rocks around, his first stone in the first end, he really liked it. It was the second stone he didn't like, and they've been switching other stones around, but presumably he kept that one stone that he liked, and he probably saved it to throw last, so he should be pretty comfortable with this stone here. This is pretty close to the same path he threw in the first end as well.
I would think so, and yeah, I agree with that. And he said the draw to the button path, and that's where the broom is. So it should be very, very comfortable. Just has to hit paint. But you know that's not what they're going to do. They're going to try and hit 4-footer button.
Just gonna follow through for you. I think that's a cleaner. Yeah, I still curling. Right through it. As soon as I let it go, I thought it was close. Curling. I was always making contact.
Brad Jacobs with his final stone here in end number 3. Puts the in-turn draw into the corner of the 4-foot. Will pick up his 2 points, and he'll take the lead back over Colton Flasch, 3-2 going into the 4th end.
Okay.
Well, I don't.
Running the sanctuary absolutely brings me peace. The work is 100% cathartic for me. You know, I find myself getting tied up in it and being busy, and then it's really nice just to sit, breathe in life, and it's beyond zen.
You're never far from Northern Credit Union. We're just one phone call away.
If you have a question or need a hand, speak to a real live local person for banking.
Imagine being able to stream every curling game from every sheet from any event, be it your Wednesday league game, bonspiel, or corporate event. Curling Stadium offers an all-inclusive streaming solution featuring high-quality cameras, ease of use, great reliability, and minimal installation. offering your sponsors customizable ad space on your streamed curling games and being able to sell video packages to your corporate events for increased revenue. With Curling Stadium, you can stream to any device, be it your mobile phone, tablet, or computer. Push the feed to your desired platform, be it Facebook, YouTube, or any other social media. Curling Stadium is simply the way forward. Where it's commonplace in other sports to televise every game, we want to do the same. Curling is a global sport, and it's time it gets the coverage it needs. Make your curling club the next Curling Stadium.
With SaskTel sponsorships, we get to be a part of your community. SaskTel cares. Always has, always will. To apply for sponsorship, visit SaskTel.com/sponsorships.
Out turn?
Yeah.
You guys liked it last time here, hey? Spot.
That's cool.
A little early. Yep. Okay, line's good. Line's good.
Line's good.
3-2. Brad Jacobs leading Colton Flasch as we resume action here in the fourth end. Semifinal. And Melissa, we were listening in again during the commercial break, and all the discussion from the Jacobs team about trying to manage those stones. And the one you see there in the top of the 8-foot as they were sweeping it into place, I heard, I think, every single player say that rock is junk. But I'm definitely feeling that one is a little bit heavier and maybe curls a little bit more as well.
Yeah, it's very interesting just listening to those conversations about the rocks and trying to manage them. And you know, for all the younger curlers out there, it does come down to, you know, you've thrown them enough times, you've thrown them in practice, and just trying to figure out how they're reacting with the ice and reacting to the way you throw. Again, liking the rocks that you're throwing, so good observations out there.
You know, possibly very fortunate for Brad Jacobs that he got to throw the same shot twice in a row in the first end, because he identified the rock that he didn't like.
Nice down here, eh,
Yeah, terrific point, Sean.
Right away. And sometimes, if you're throwing a hit and a draw, it can take you a few ends to figure out that those two aren't matched, and by then you might have given up a couple of points with them.
Yeah, that's such a key.
The problem now is trying to find one.
Go ahead,
the problem now is trying to find one that matches the one that he likes, the one that he kept.
Yeah.
Gotta really go line. Hard line.
I don't know. What do you do if the rock that you like is the one that doesn't match any of the other 7? Then what do you do?
You can always ask the opposition to have it back and throw it again, maybe. I'm not sure.
Sit. Good.
You have to remember at this level of play, like they know, these guys know the rocks and how they react, and if it's in an inch different, running a little bit straighter, a little bit heavier, whatever it is, it does make a big difference in, as you say, leaving points on the board or off the board. So really important to acknowledge your rocks and try and find a pair that's comfortable.
Work again there.
Clean. Clean. Let it work a bit.
So Ryan threw his first 2 in the rings, and corner guard and a come around that corner guard by Team Flasch.
Clean.
So Jacobs just electing to continue play to the center here. I'm going to force Team Flasch to have to deal with it at some point.
Bring it into here with just normal hit and roll.
And that's the advantage to the 5-rock rule right there. Colton Flasch knew when he came around that corner guard that they couldn't do anything with it yet.
Out turn, or in turn, sorry. 7/8, 3/4.
It's fascinating that so much of the game planning these days has to do with making these runbacks. All these teams expect to make these shots.
Absolutely, it's so key. It's got to be in your tool bag, and it has to be. You have to be accurate. You got to be practicing the shot. So looking to hit this one 3/4 high, 7/8 high. Catch the one in the house. Move things around, but I was hoping for a roll more towards the corner. Does clear up the center a little bit for the moment.
probably leaves the yellow at the side, sitting shot rock, I believe.
I think so.
I think the call is a freeze, and like no more than T-line, okay?
I'm gonna be kind of trying
This
to
is top
be
four.
up there on my own. I think the speed's gonna be really nice here, right?
As long as you're throwing the right weight now, and you're good. Yeah.
So I think the call, Sean, is a freeze,
Line
and if
good.
they happen to tap it back, that's even better. As you mentioned, it is shot rock.
Yeah, and I think that's kind of the skip's tap is what they've called here.
Right,
Is
Mark.
what I like to refer to it as. You
Mark.
play the freeze, and then if
Get
the
better.
line's good, you sweep it for the tap.
Keep going, Mark. Keep
Doesn't
going,
need
Mark.
to move it very
You won't
far.
go. Whoa. No, that's good. That's good.
Didn't want to roll off of it.
Good spot.
Yeah.
I agree. I think you're just throwing back 8 at the most.
Yeah, I'm not sure that they wanted
Oh, you'll
to
leave this shot, but
actually
that's
roll
okay.
off, as you mentioned it. They were sweeping, I think, to get the curl, but at the same time, it did have the weight already there. So they could have
As soon as
maybe
he
let
touches
off a
yellow,
bit
that'll be
earlier
shot.
and just got the
Fine.
corner freeze and not worry about the
Try
tap.
to get
but
right here.
this is a big opportunity now
I
for
think
Team
it's fine,
Flash
yeah.
if they can ever get to the inside of that red
Right here.
stone and roll right under the
Back
guard.
8.
They'll be in very good shape.
Back 8?
Yeah.
Okay. No, it doesn't. Yeah. 5, yeah.
Yeah. Hard to tell, like.
Back 8, back 12.
Whoa! Light. Whoa! Whoa!
Back 4. Back 4.
Back 8. Yep!
Back 4, back 8.
Yes! Hard!
Really moving now.
Keep going! Keep going!
Not going to get by the guard.
You heard the weight call out of the hand. They thought back 4, so it was a little bit light out of his hand. Colton was calling off for line, but I think for the sweepers, they were trying to let him know it was light, and if they had kept on that, they may have squeaked it right by the guard there. So just maybe not full communication there, just a little bit of a communication error, but very, very close to making a perfect shot.
If you make the perfect hit and roll, I think that's ideal. You kill both. I'm taking control weight with your in.
The only other shot you could play is to bump ours just a little bit right too.
You're going for a thick half, thick half, hit and roll.
He makes it perfect.
Do you like that or no?
I mean, you could bump the one I just threw.
Yeah, you'll be top button.
And stay there. And then what does he play?
The only other shot was bump EJ's a foot.
This one?
Yeah. Is that any good?
It's not bad.
Give me a better angle.
It's not bad. Like, you're saying stay a little high?
Yeah, but even if you
Nose it bump.
nose and bump it right beside it.
Or even if you roll.
Just past it. That's
Yeah, or if you stay on this angle, it's fine.
I don't think so.
It doesn't matter what angle because he can never hit and roll. With
I like that call.
My T-line.
I'm easy. I'm not a huge fan of this. I'm not a huge fan of
I
that.
think it's either that, Mark, or you try to
So
get the
let's
nose
pick
yellow.
one though. I mean, I think you want to be, tapping it here.
Yeah.
Mark, you're going to want to be top button.
I don't know, let's see pinch that one or something. To be honest.
That or bump the red, yeah, on the other side.
So after a little discussion, the Jacobs team
I'm going to be
decided to
calling
make
for
another
3
play on
corners.
those stones on the corner.
Tap it a foot.
What do you think? I thought the speed was really nice here.
That was such a good conversation. Originally, Brad was thinking maybe trying to move and roll towards the center, but if you think about this shot and you move, if Mark moves this redstone on the nose a foot or so, Colton Flasch can't make the hit and roll without jamming on the yellow shot. That's the yellow rock that's currently second shot, so it will remove it from play. So this is a really great forward-thinking call.
Make the tick
Keep going, Ryan.
This one's got
Keep
a lot
going.
of
Stay
curling
with
to
the
do.
shooter.
A lot of curling.
Ah, well, no.
And a lot of weight.
Wow.
Okay, Mark.
I think the weight call was kind of top button weight, and that was more of a back liner, I think. So it looks like red maybe lying first and second.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, you know what?
Definitely got shot rock. Hard to tell who's second, but
here. He's going to make
really,
this. We get to there.
Flasch can't make a play on shot rock without rolling to the outside now, so he's going to make the play on second, try to roll behind cover.
Like normal.
He could sit shot and third after this.
Just normal.
We're trying to roll this right to the... Okay.
2/3.
What do you think this is going to do here? You know?
It might just come up a hair.
Okay.
3/4.
And even though they're looking for the hit and roll, you can see that room placement still going to throw some bigger weight at this one so they can get the flatter roll, stay in front of the tee line.
Yep.
Jesus.
Yep. Whoa.
Oh.
Jumped the sweep right away. Now they've backed off.
Yep.
Yeah, that one really took off.
Okay.
Really took off, eh?
Yeah, it curled way more than I expected.
Yeah, I'm not sure what he was seeing. It must have been some kind of plan B when he called the sweep off, but they ended up with something a little farther down the alphabet.
They got off it.
Just rolls out.
What? No.
Oh, we're not.
That's why I think
What Mark was asking, if they
What if
play the bump on the
Mark,
third
even if you
shot
just
rock,
jammed it and rolled out,
would his
not the end of
shooter
the
be
world.
out counting the Yellowstone that's just biting the top of the 12-foot?
And then that's gonna spin to here.
play this girl?
Yeah, or you can just draw Tom. Well, then he makes the double.
All right.
So the tap is better than the draw then.
Yeah.
Because if he made a double, he's got 3 yellow star, 1 red.
Right, but the other, I mean, if I tap a little bit off the nose,
Yeah.
all of a sudden he gets the roll and he's first, third, fourth.
Yep.
So I don't. Your call's good if I can just make the dead roll back forward.
Yeah, that's what we're
for
playing.
sure, yeah.
I think it's control.
If not.
Sure.
Don't.
Okay. I like that, Mark. Yep. Your intern?
Don't you think he makes the double and lies 2 anyways, even if you make the roll?
Well, I think.
Oh, we're not going to lose that? Oh, okay.
That's why I throw board weight rate.
Yeah.
Oh, board. Okay, sorry.
Hit and roll off theirs.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, sorry.
I'm seeing half a rock with board.
Another great conversation by Team Jacobs there, just trying to figure out if they feel like if they played the tap on the red one on the right-hand side as we see it, that won't outcount that Yellowstone as you mentioned, and if they ever made the double, there could be 3 yellows in the rings. So what they're playing is they're playing a board weight, maybe half a stone of the red one, punch the yellow out and roll the shooter in behind those 3 rocks near the center.
Good weight. Solid
The
board.
weight choice here because they have to try to keep both red stones in play. If they roll behind cover and lose their own red stone, it would leave a double on the stone just at the top of the 12-foot.
Shooter, go!
Makes the
Really
hit.
want to roll those apart as much as possible.
Great shot.
Good shot.
What a terrific shot. There's a great look at
Well, I
it.
think if you can make it over the top, this is going to come back into here too.
Attaboy.
Yeah. Well, gotta make it perfect.
It's probably
try
a
to
triple
make this
there, but
double.
hard to keep your shooter.
If you can make it this way, it's best. You can make the double right to here. This is coming back into here. Thin half. Thin half. Peel. Throw it good. Throw it hard.
I agree with
Right here,
Colton,
right
but
here.
it doesn't look like Catlin's convinced.
I guess so.
Yeah, I'm not sure that he is
Thin half.
right.
It's always tough to throw a shot when you can't see it, but definitely there's a triple there. Maybe some question as to where he has to hit the first one, but and you're not going to keep the shooter.
No, for sure. So peel weight,
Even if
thin
you just make
half.
the double, get rid of that stone out of the corner of the 4-foot.
That's right.
I didn't think it was that heavy, actually.
All right, really got to go.
Once again, they jumped the brush right out of his hands. And he might have been a little bit inside on that one. Drives it by the stone on the top of the 4-foot. And it continues to be Brad Jacobs sitting 2.
Decisions again. He's got 2 in there. I mean, we go bang.
Put my coaching hat on for a second, Sean. You made some great points there. The first one being that Catlin maybe didn't fully buy into the shot, and when you're throwing it, you have to buy in. And secondly, you know, just that was their opportunities with the conversation that they had. That was their opportunity to get rid of the one on the 4-foot side. So big chance there for Catlin, and maybe needed to refocus and just set himself up to be successful on that shot.
Shooter's gonna roll in front of his too, which is nice. Should be pretty good.
That's
I honestly feel like Jason's in
yeah,
control.
he's gonna have a tough shot.
They're low. 7/8's low. Good control probably.
So Team Jacobs trying to hit and roll towards the center ever so slightly.
Brad Yeah, he just can, if he can make this right, he can stagger those rocks at the top, and there won't even be a double run back for Colton Flasch. He'll have to just try to open things up with his first stone and hope he has a shot to get the single.
Exactly.
Easy. Whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. Good sweep.
Makes the hit, but stays right there.
Seven, it's low.
Yeah, I knew I had.
I don't like that already. Like normal. 7/8 low.
Is that yours going off? Someone's alarm's going
Right in the middle. Normal, yeah.
Sound.
Right in the middle.
Colton Flasch looking at the double run back,
Yep.
and there's still a way if he makes this. Just
No, it's good.
he could still have a chance for 2 here.
Yeah. Normal. 7/8 low, 3/4.
Oh, as soon as we pop that open.
The key again, he's got to make sure he gets rid of that stone off the corner of the 4-foot, or he may not have a chance to score this in. Colton Flasch in a little bit of trouble here in the 4th with his first stone.
Yep. Yep.
Still a chance to set up the deuce, but at the very least, he wants to make sure he's got a shot for his last one.
He's close.
Tough. Good throw.
Gets a
Really
piece of it,
good
enough to get
shot.
it out of play.
Good throw, man. No, Kevin, it was probably about the same, honestly.
No, I know I did. I know I did. I know I
Got the one off the 4-foot, which was the #1 goal. But unfortunately, if you look at the way the house is set up, if Brad Jacobs makes a perfect shot here behind those staggered guards, there isn't a lot on the left-hand side, or sorry, the right-hand side of the sheet as we look at it. There could be a short run maybe on, well, there isn't actually, maybe a double, but it's going to be very, very tough if this shot is made perfect for Flasch to actually score this end. There's no draw on the right-hand side.
No, there's nothing on the right-hand side. And as you said, if Brad Jacobs could put this right on the top of the button, Colton Flasch will have to throw enough weight to move it. And if you throw enough weight to move it, will you get the same finish? Will you get enough finish? First things first, Brad Jacobs with his final stone looking to make the draw. His in-turn draw has been money so far in this game.
Weight's good.
No, line's gone. Gone.
Oh, wow.
Jeez.
I'm not sure what happened there, Sean.
You have to think it must have picked, because he hasn't missed an in-turn draw yet in this game. And that
See-
one over-curled by a ton.
Like not crazy hard.
So I think maybe you jinxed him, just for the record. you said something, not me.
Sorry, Sean.
Well, I don't think it was anything to do with the throw. I think it just grabbed a little halfway down. I think the Flash team thinking the same thing, because I saw one of the Marsh boys cleaning things up right away. Well, Colton Flasch in trouble for a lot of this end. Now has an opportunity with his final stone if he can hit and roll out to get the blank and retain last rock into the fifth end of play.
Yep. Clean.
And he does make the hit, does roll his shooter out of play. We've got a blank end here in the fourth. Colton Flasch will keep last rock into the fifth end of play.
At IG Wealth Management, we don't know how to make a vaccine. We can't keep shelves stocked or buses moving, but we can help small businesses. At IG, we're offering free, no-obligation financial guidance to small business owners. If you have questions about your finances, we're here for you. Small businesses are the heartbeat of the Canadian economy, and as everyone looks for a way to help, this is how we're answering the call. It won't save lives, but maybe it can help save small businesses. Connect with us for help at ig.ca.
You're never far from Northern Credit Union. We're just one phone call away.
If you have a question or need a hand, speak to a real live local person for banking.
I'm a little bit of a nerd when it comes to landscaping. I've studied soil down to the microbes. It's that level of detail I bring to my work and to my business. Straight lines and a healthy ecosystem is what I'm all about.
With SaskTel sponsorships, we get to be a part of your community. SaskTel cares. Always has, always will. To apply for sponsorship, visit sastel.com/sponsorships.
I'm a little bit of a nerd when it comes to landscaping. I've studied soil down to the microbes. It's that level of detail I bring to my work and to my business. Straight lines and a healthy ecosystem is what I'm all about.
Yeah.
Okay, just
Line's
clean
good
that for now. Just wait for a bit then.
Got lots of room.
Wait.
Lot of room. Lot of room. Lot of room.
Yeah,
Fifth end underway here in the semifinal of the IG Wealth Management Western Showdown. We're broadcasting from the SaskTel Curling Stadium, Swift Current. My name is Sean Joyce, joined by Melissa Saligo. We've had a great game here so far. A lot of rocks in play. We did end up with a blank last end. It's one of those ones where if you stick your tongue firmly in your cheek, you can say that one looked like a blank all the way.
Yep, it's close. Rip.
Yeah, Team Flasch was in a little bit of trouble that entire end, but an unfortunate and unlucky pick on Brad Jacobs' last rock does give him that opportunity for the blank and makes no mistake. So
It's getting better. Line's great.
Team Flasch still with hammer here, down one on the fifth end.
Semifinal this morning that I was working for the Jacobs team only went 4 ends, so we didn't get to see much later into the game. I think I heard probably both teams talking between ends about feeling that it's maybe getting a little bit flat and they have to be careful. That's probably what happened to Brad's last stone last end. Just caught a flat spot and took half a turn and lost all its weight.
You get to the nose even, that's fine.
What kind of weight?
Think your top four.
Okay.
Top four. If you just touch the guards, not terrible.
Agreed. Okay, top 4 weight. Big extension though. Big extension. Wait.
Like the weight.
Wait.
Gotta call.
Gotta wait.
Call. 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 You're moving. Let's go. Keep going. Keep going.
For top and four weight, just trying to create some angles here by moving some rocks around a bit.
Okay. Good.
Nice shot.
Sweep there, Kev.
the whole setup of this end is just that little bit of a difference between what you see now in the 5 rock and teams trying to manage that hammer into the even ends, as we were talking about earlier. Last end, Colton Flasch started with a corner guard. This end, he likes to come around the middle. He'd like to deal with all those rocks in the middle, and ideally, he'd get a blank here and keep last rock into the even ends. Brad Jacobs has other ideas.
That he does. Trying to hit and roll away here. Keep lie 1 and 2 after this rock.
Clean.
And that's really the trick to playing the game in the 5 rock zone, isn't it? You kind of know what your opposition would like, and you're trying not to let them do that. And it changes from one end to the next.
Keep going. Don't roll it.
Changes one shot to the next. Right?
Go. Good.
It's just like a hair straightener. I don't think it's probably.
Yeah, years ago we would take our deuce whenever we could get it. Sometimes it wasn't very often, but you'd play for a deuce and an even end. And here, in this 5 rock, they're much more interested in trying to keep that last rock advantage if they can.
I didn't want to say anything because there's so many times I want to say both things. Yes, no.
Yep. Whoa. Come on. Oh.
Would have loved to have gotten that rock out of the 8 foot, but drives it by. Still nothing in front now.
That was so close for Kevin. That was the first thing was to get rid of the guard, but would have loved, as you mentioned, to grab that other red stone and remove it.
If he plays that same shot, I think, for now.
So I think another guard here for Team Jacobs.
Something similar, probably. I would imagine. Yep.
Keep it clean. Yep.
Yeah. But you're okay with them being shot for a while?
Stay on it for line. Line's good, though.
Oh, I see.
Hard mark.
Yeah.
Keep going, Mark.
Hard mark.
More, Mark.
Keep going. Don't stop.
Okay, well.
Keep going. Keep going.
It's good. Attaboy.
Good sweep. Sorry.
It's good, Ethan.
Looking to guard that yellow-red lineup in the
It's just we don't
left
make the
side as we
rolls
look at
away,
it
and then
now.
we're kind of. You just got to give that a run. I like this.
Great spot for that guard, I think,
Jacobs was
Sean.
expecting this.
Like this.
Yeah, as much separation as you could get.
Really close where you just hit that. A little thicker.
Definitely makes this shot a lot more difficult.
All right, let's go, man.
Yeah, and Brad was expecting them to play this all the way, but you have to make them use a few rocks on this.
Gotta work every song.
Kevin just missed it on his first one. He's going to be a little thinner on this one.
Yeah. I think it's
Got a couple options. You like the same shot, boys?
Closer to the, even if you over curl half a rock. Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah, sure, yeah. Right.
And for Team Jacobs, why wouldn't you throw this guard
like
again?
this, sometimes it comes down to the timing. Yeah, you throw it again and you wait to see who's going to blink first. Somebody's going to have to change the game at some point in the end.
How's the line?
Line's good. You can clean it.
Can I curl it?
Little bit of room. EJ.
Tight.
Okay, whoa. Just let it work a bit. We're really tight.
Oh.
That's okay. No.
This one coming in a lot tighter.
Okay.
Wow, sorry, Mark.
That's fine.
Yeah, you're going to see probably a different call now. I would think that red-yellow so close together.
Yeah, a lot better than I thought.
Well, you're sticking this all day. No, there's not a way to stick both. Just hop a rock. I don't. This gets us a good chance at a blank right now. Right here. Half a rock. I think the out. I like the out because you get a bit more action. I want to make sure that shooter's going. Half's good.
All right, half a rock.
They'd be happy just to get the two red ones on the right-hand side of the overhead view, but you know, I'm not sure that if he doesn't hit this just perfect, he couldn't get all 4 rocks here. For all 3 red ones to go, and the 1 yellow would be left in the top of the 8-foot.
Yeah,
He won't be light.
No, he won't be light. You're looking at half a rock. I'm not sure you can get that other one, but key here is hit full half, at least get 2 of them going.
Hard, Flasch, hard.
Really fantastic shot.
Not able to get the 3rd stone, but he sits right on the corner of it.
Good shot, Cat.
In that board weight, Mark.
Board weight.
Brad Jacobs will have to make a play on it, and
Board weight, stick
I
half.
don't know if there's any way you could not leave a double here.
Okay. Didn't roll up perfectly frozen, eh? Yeah. Exactly, yeah.
It's amazing sometimes, Sean, you're looking at 4 or 5 rocks, you know, in the house or around the house, and 1 rock later you definitely have the blank alive. It's fantastic what these guys can do in throwing the high hard ones and making rocks go away.
Yep. Well.
Shot, Mark.
Oh boy, good sweep.
Hit and roll for now or double, depending on if
Mark Kennedy with a nice little hit, roll over to the corner. It's the best you could do, really. You've got some separation there, but it is still a half rock double.
Third's good. Yep. Hard!
Hard.
Sweeping this all the way, really got to go to get the double. And it's going to roll over top, I think.
Catlin's had a few where they've had to jump the sweep right out of his hand.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a bit of a mistake there for Catlin, not what they wanted. So great opportunity here now for Brad Jacobs to draw wide to the other side. Take away any double opportunity for Team Flasch.
staying right where you throw him, kind of thing, right? He is. Yeah.
Catlin's a really good player. I've known him for a long time. But you know, there's been a few of these angles that he's looked at, and he's looked at them for a long time, so I just don't think he's quite feeling it with the big weight today, and he throws it so well.
Yeah, we talked about that earlier. It's amazing. Like Colton is seeing, he can see the angles, he sees it almost every single time, but as a thrower, you have to be able to see it as well. It makes your life so much easier when you see it before you throw it. And I think Catlin's, just as you say, just missed a couple of those angles there.
Shot.
No, 75.
Brad Jacobs with a nice draw, puts it right on the tee line. You know, if he's a little higher on that one or a little deeper, Colton Flasch might look at nosing something. And with a nose have a chance at a double. There's not going to be a chance for that now, so going to have to play the freeze and hope he gets a half shot out of Brad Jacobs and maybe can get a blank.
Yeah, I kind of like cleaned it there.
So kind of typical 1475-ish. Should be close.
Freeze on 7/8.
Okay.
I know.
Just did.
Like every draw that I've thrown, like to me it feels you can get away with.
I heard them say they're trying to freeze on 7/8 here, and then you hope that when Brad Jacobs blasts it out that he loses his shooter. And you could get a blank that way.
Yeah, maybe a hair light, maybe. Pretty close. Close here.
I got room.
Yep.
Line's good. Play the weight.
Really close.
Really close.
Yep. Okay, me.
Got a curl.
Well, lock it on if they can, just to the high side.
Great weight, but did not get anywhere near the curl they needed. Leaves Brad Jacobs a chance to hit, and he can probably stay and sit 3.
Yeah. A blank? Yeah. I mean, if he wants to throw it, he's flirting with
board weights.
Yeah.
32.
Do you think this might come up a hair?
No, it's not. That's close. Should be in his range.
Dead nose would be great.
All depends on release, so.
Okay. Board.
And Sean, you probably know the Saskatchewan team a lot better than I do. If there were even a chance at a triple, would Colton take that on in this point in the game?
Oh, you're going to put me on the spot.
I sure am.
Once upon a time, I would say Colton maybe would have. He's matured a little bit. He's a little older player now, and I think he would throw the draw, because if you ever miss that triple, even if you just get the double and roll out, you're down 2 to one of the best hitting teams in the world. You're not in great shape there. And even if the triple's there, it's awful hard to make the triple and roll out.
But
Playing the triple and blank?
Not
looking at it.
I'm just saying it's there.
He's looking at it.
I just don't know if you blank.
And that's the problem. If you're going to make it and still take one.
I'm gonna miss it. I'd love to see that.
Yeah, I just don't know if you can blank it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just inside the edge.
Yeah, draw for one.
I'd be pretty happy.
Just inside edge.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why not?
I think this is the right call.
Similar weight, eh?
If he's ever going to take that.
Tickle more.
Yeah, I give you a hair more.
That was 15-3. We just need 15. Yeah.
Yeah, triple when it's that far apart, but they're tough to make anyway. And looking at the angle, it's hard to tell. You got to defer a little bit to players. But even Colton said, "Not sure you blank." He's got to hit the first one fairly thick. I think you might come right into that third stone if you happen to make it at all.
I think you gotta hit it early.
And if you're going to take one anyway, this is probably the easier way to do it.
I would think so, yeah.
I know, but
Mine's great. I don't think you can hurt it, but
All up to the
picked it up
sweepers
early,
here.
but now I'm backing away.
yeah,
should be good.
Really close then. Dig. Yeah.
Nice shot.
Will come to rest for his single point. Colton Flasch with the single ties things up here after the fifth end, and Brad Jacobs will have last rock going into the sixth.
Okay.
Running the sanctuary absolutely brings me peace. The work is 100% cathartic for me. I find myself getting tied up in it and being busy, and then it's really nice just to sit, breathe in life, and it's beyond zen.
Planning a solid financial future is more complex than ever, leaving us to navigate our way with what-if questions.
What if we sold the house in the city and moved up here?
What if the market drops?
Or what if we outlive our savings?
Imagine a holistic plan that allows you to consider and adjust for every possible scenario. At IG Wealth Management, we call this the living plan. Does your plan answer all your what-if questions? Introducing the next generation of financial planning.
Here at Red Arena, we are trying to help people through equine therapy. Working with the veterans has been a very amazing experience. Our little motto that we always say is empowerment through horses. I love what I do. I'm just happy to be a part of it.
Northern Credit Union, a true partner, sweeping you to financial victory, keeping your dollars where they belong.
Get it to the line if you can.
Oh, good. Okay.
I like a round.
I like a round.
Top 8.
I know. Yeah. That was the 8. That was a straight
Clean.
rock. I
Clean.
threw that
Yep.
straight rock there.
Top 4. Yep.
Yeah.
Line only.
Rub.
Line only.
Line's
Go
good.
ahead. Yeah.
Line's good.
T-line.
Line's good.
Coming down.
Top 4.
Line's great. Mark, stay close.
Yeah.
Doesn't need to curl.
Speed, right? That was
It's
good.
Just clean it. Clean it. It's.
Sixth in now of this semifinal, scheduled to go 8, and
This is just outside
impossible that
the
it's going to go
4 foot.
9 by the looks of it.
Fight the 8.
In a very close game.
Bite the 8.
Colton Flasch elected to call for the center guard here, and you see Brad Jacobs coming around it. I thought they might try to throw the corner guard here, but they'll try to make sure they've got a chance to score for sure.
Go then, line's good. Line's good. Clean it.
And it was immediate conversation between Team Jacobs that they wanted to come around that rock, I guess just by the placement, how far it was, so that's what they did, and looks like a corner freeze now.
You gotta get on. Just don't bounce. Just don't bounce. Keep going. Hard.
Watch it.
Shot.
These teams all know each other pretty well and get along pretty well. I heard one comment during the break that I thought was, I was amused by it. Brad Jacobs says he would have told Colton he would have liked to see him try the triple for the blank, and Colton's response was, yeah, until I hit half a rock and jam it and give you a steal at 2. probably what Brad was thinking too.
Exactly. A smart call there by Colton. This is a really tight game. Both teams back and forth here and
Let it work.
fighting in this 3-3 battle, but Team Jacobs now with 2 hammers to 1.
We're on the red though. Then chisel it. Just chisel it. Well, we're too thick. Hard, Mark.
And the tactical discussion from the Flash team.
It's just a hit and roll.
They wanted to see a
hit and roll.
Force or a blank here. They were okay with a blank here in the 6th. Then they would try to get the hammer into 8.
You gotta make sure we're killing this. So throw actual
Didn't even discuss the possibility of a steal, but a good shot here might start to set that up.
Yep.
Heavy hack.
Yeah, it's
Board almost. Clean. Board. Board. Whoa. Yep.
Clean it. Yep.
Yep. Whoa. 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 Whoa.
Great shot.
What a fantastic shot.
I like your out turn right on the nose.
That's okay.
Yeah, I don't think there's any choice here for Team Jacobs. And a bit of trouble early in this 6th end.
Made her. Made her.
Yep. Right. Whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Oh, okay.
I got it. Okay, that's fine.
EJ looking to run that back and move the 2 yellows out of the rings as well.
I
just
think halfway is good.
Shooter stays in play, but as you can see there off to the left, it's not covering any of the rings anymore.
Yeah, it's again, it's at 14.75, 15 to T. Yeah, halfway.
So another center guard going up over those in front of those 2 yellow stones.
I like it. Halfway.
Little bit early. Little bit early.
Halfway.
Yep.
Right
Little
there.
bit. Little.
Heavy.
Yeah. Tight-ish. No.
Okay. Whoa. Just
No,
clean.
it's really coming down.
Just clean it. It's over curling. Okay. It's over curling. It's got to stop big time.
Well, puts that guard right on the center line, but leaves the 2 stones in the rings
Just a little tight.
I don't know if we need to rip
accessible. You heard him
Let's
call
hope it'll run just a little bit
clean early, so I think he must have been a little bit tight.
I think just rip these. It's okay.
Yeah, but an ice that curls this much, it's really hard to be, or you really don't want to be tight for that very reason. Because once it starts making its break, it's hard to stop it or control it. So great opportunity here now for Jacobs with that little mistake by Team Flash to try and rip this double.
Go easy. Oh boy, very nice.
Nice shot.
The hit gets them both. Shooter rolls out of play as well. So it's Brad Jacobs sitting 1 on the edge of the 8-foot. There is the center guard for Colton Flasch to work with.
It's not bad.
Top 8. Dead Barry, top 8. You show him a bit on this side, he rolls, we'll have a double.
Hey, they can always they can chase it either way though. They got 2 of them.
Not if it's top 8.
Okay.
Even full 12.
Nose a couple times and make it roll.
I don't mind that when he's there.
I still don't mind this.
I don't hate the jaw. I just want to talk about it.
No, I know.
Yeah, they might throw that, eh?
I like this. Top 12. Fight the 8.
Oh, doesn't look like the team is convinced.
Well, and you know, this goes back to what again, we were spying a little bit on them during the commercial, and they said a blank would be okay, a blank or a force. But if you're coming around here, you're pretty committed to trying to force.
On these already, because we're over here. I think he'd go here. What's he doing? What's he doing?
I think what the team's worried about is Brad Jacobs may split the rings and try to get two.
Yeah, Paxton rolls over here, and there's going to be a double sitting right for us.
We're making ourselves make it harder.
This is a good chance at a potential steal, though, too. So.
Do you think so?
Yeah, I do.
I don't know. That thing's high.
Yeah. Okay. So we put it there and we bury it. What's he doing? Let's play a devil's advocate. We make a shot. What's he do?
He peels.
He's peeling. And now we're hitting.
3 shots going to make a double.
Whatever.
Does he ever go here and split the house?
I hope he does. I hope he does, because now we're rolling behind 2 centers. He's going to keep nosing it.
So it ends up being the same situation. We have to make a roll.
Yeah. I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it.
Is this really dumb? I know it's not easy to get there, but
Yeah.
it's really good.
Yeah, I just don't think you can ever get it there.
Okay, let's just do this. I mean, let's make the roll then. Okay, let's make the roll then. Are you good with that at least? Make the roll. Top button. He's going to chase it, but that's okay. If he freezes, great. Make the roll. Top button. Okay. I like solid board.
I think what it boils down to is the first conversation you heard
Solid
from
board,
Colton,
probably
so
right
let's
here.
just make the
That's
shot and bury it.
max,
I
but
think the concern from the other 3 players, if you play the come around and leave him a piece on either side, he can play the hit and roll to sit 2. Colton's first thought was, well, then let's just bury it. Let's not leave him the piece.
You know, and I mean, it was a good conversation for the team to come down and have for sure. And I heard Catlin say at one point that, you know, we're throwing the harder shots if that's the case. So why don't we try and keep ourselves throwing easier shots than our opposition? So trying to hit and roll, not an easy shot by any means. But Colton was very, very firm that he really wanted to throw that come around. Again, he's been seeing everything this game and really, really wanted to play that come around.
Okay, good try.
Trying to put some pressure on his opposition here, Team Jacobs.
Well, do you like nosing that?
No.
Okay, board.
Perfect weight.
And I didn't mind the come around in all honesty, Sean. Try and do that. Put some pressure on them.
Hey. Which is the kind of what you want to see on that shot too.
Yeah.
I didn't even mind the shot that Catlin wanted to play the freeze, but the point that one or maybe both of the Marsh boys made with that guard where it was, I don't think he could get there.
True.
Dig. All the way.
Team Jacobs now just looking to nose this one and keep the play away from that center line right for now. Now Colton, we're probably would like to draw around. Can't really leave that one.
Solid board. This will be a little straighter than that one.
Yeah, good toss.
Okay, it'll still be straighter than that.
Yeah, no, it's a good throw. That's probably minimum length though too. Yeah. That's why I asked what you were doing.
Clean. A solid board. Clean it.
Solid board.
Clean it. Whoa. Whoa. Curl. 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 You're good. You're good. You're good.
Go, Cat.
Catlin Schneider with the hit. Rolls just a little bit to the outside. Still sitting 1.
Who throws? Well, he said blank's okay before the end, so. We can always do that next time.
Solid bird. Easy. Clean. Whoa, clean. Clean, each.
Mark Kennedy will be looking to hit and try to stay right there. Keep that play away from that center guard.
Toss.
I think if I'm going to make the roll, I'm going to make it on the next one. So it's a little higher. If anything, we'll go like this. Make him stick one. Nope. Wow. But I'm saying that I have to do it twice.
Would you try to
roll?
roll
So
on?
I'm just go like this. Stick one over here. Maybe it'll be, get a roll out.
Guess that turns his head.
Nice shot there of the crowd. We were talking a bit earlier about
Solid board.
some of the players been wearing extra coats out there on the ice. So kudos to those fans who braved the cold to watch out at ice level.
As I sit here with my heating pad on and I'm not even outside.
And were we nosing at the rolling? What's that? Just nose.
Not
Okay.
joking. Yeah, I'm in BC. We're very sensitive out here in BC.
Okay.
It's not the word we use in Saskatchewan when you describe how you are in BC.
Oh.
You don't want to know.
I don't want to know.
No. It's good. Good. Solid board.
Whoa! No!
Yep.
Whoa! Clean. I'm just going for nose. Just clean, boys. Just clean.
Colton Flasch with the nose hit. I think that was the discussion. They wanted to nose
Good
or
weight.
perhaps roll away.
Yeah.
He'll try for the roll behind cover on his second one. And the thinking there would be that that rock will be 2 rocks higher then, and he might be able to roll in front of the button
Board, yeah.
behind cover.
Yeah, and I mean, good thinking on Colton Flash's side. He would have liked to have rolled that out a little bit. You never know if Brad Jacobs, for any reason, hit and rolled out, he would have that draw behind the center line guard. So not likely that he would hit and roll out, but just trying to move things around. If they nose this, as you say, though, they'll play the hit and roll behind the guard this time.
Yeah, as long as I don't fill it more.
For Jacobs, though, first and foremost, he wouldn't mind hitting and maybe even rolling out out to the side a little bit as well.
More weight than you. Clean.
The call of clean is usually a good sign. Makes the hit right on the nose.
Go to the pinhole.
And now Colton Flasch looking to make the roll.
I'm seeing like right there. Sure. Okay. I'll let you call it.
Captain Schneider was measuring it right up. I think they feel like they can roll to the front of the button now.
Kind of weight.
Same weight.
I like that. Yeah.
Heavy board. You're rolling right to the button. Sounds good.
Weight call is heavy board to try and get a little bit of action towards the center line. Got to have some weight in order to roll 3 or 4 feet.
A little heavy. Oh. A little heavy. Oh. Close, but a little heavy.
Okay.
Nothing at other brushers early now, looking to get some extra curl out of it.
No.
He'll get to the inside, but only enough to roll over a couple of inches. Brad Jacobs will have the open hit. Chance to roll out and blank the end.
This is a little heavy. Yeah.
Well, if Colton Flasch felt before the end started that they'd be okay with a blank, they should be happy with this result. But I don't think they'd want a blank in the 7th. I think you're going to see them go full hog. You might even see them throw, do you think, Melissa, the double guard?
The double guard, I think so. I think they're going to go for it.
They throw that in the 7th end?
I think so. Yep.
My team's playing 4 rock. I haven't played a lot of 5 rock, but we used to take the approach in this situation where we just wanted to see a single point go on the board in the 7th, one way or the other. Either they take one or we steal. Well, Colton Flasch will have to make the first decision how he wants to play the 7th end, and we'll see what he decides when we come back.
Saskatchewan, you know SaskTel because we're everywhere. Because being everywhere keeps us connected to you. With SaskTel sponsorships, we get to be part of your community. We're here with you, and we're here for you. It's easy to get started. All you need to do is apply. SaskTel cares. Always has, always will. To apply for sponsorship, visit sastel.com/sponsorships.
Here at Red Arena, we are trying to help people through equine therapy. Working with the veterans has been a very amazing experience. Our little motto that we always say is empowerment through horses. I love what I do. I'm just happy to be a part of it.
You're never far from Northern Credit Union. We're just one phone call away.
If you have a question or need a hand, speak to a real live local person for banking.
Running the sanctuary absolutely brings me peace. The work is 100% cathartic for me. You know, I find myself getting tied up in it and being busy, and then it's really nice just to sit, breathe in life, and it's beyond zen.
How strong is your financial plan? At IG Wealth Management, our Living Plan Snapshot gives you a financial well-being score that details how prepared you are to adapt to all of life's changes. Find out your score today at ig.ca.
Do what you gotta do. Gotta curl. Yeah, it's just gotta stop. Just let it stop. Higher the better. It doesn't have to actually touch the center line. It's gotta get a force. Good. Half in the 4.
Well, 6 ends has decided nothing here in this semifinal. Brad Jacobs had last rock when we started the game. He's got last rock and a tie here as we begin the 7th.
Clean it for line. Yeah. Keep it clean.
Long guard thrown first by the Flasch team.
Always
They're
mark.
looking for the force.
Moving. Still there.
Brad Jacobs
We're gonna over curl maybe.
would love to blank this end, but you know, we've seen this before. One team is trying really hard to force. Sometimes they force you to 3.
I know.
Well, one of the discussions we had is whether they were going to throw the double guard, and I think they are. That first one may be just coming in a couple feet too far, but still, they would like Dan to throw this one just outside the rings.
Nice and tight, guys. Let's get it tight. Lots of room. A lot of room right now. Lots of room. A lot of room. Wait if you can and then go, but it's got to get it tight though.
I agree with your comment earlier, Sean. The only thing that I think
keep going.
Jacobs wants to see happen, or sorry, Flasch, that somebody takes a point this end.
Yeah, either way,
Exactly.
if you get the force, you've got last rock.
4 weight.
And if you ever manage to steal, that's such a big momentum swing.
Yeah, I agree. It's a good point. So 2 great guards there. You can see that redstone just barely peeking out on the right-hand side of the sheet. So another opportunity here for Ryan to get one behind.
Clean.
Get this one, that first one over curled just ever so slightly.
Line only.
A little bit. Clean.
A little heavy.
Close. Room.
We want 3.
Still heavy.
We leave it at top 4.
It's a
I
pass.
don't want it to be too heavy.
Back 4.
Is it?
Yes.
Well, I don't really know what to say then. Okay, Pete. Not bad.
You right to that back one?
14-5.
Not the place they were looking for, Sean.
Nope, not at all. It's
Right
just
on the
thinking when
button.
you say that one's not
Is
bad.
it any good to
that's
tap the
what
other
you have
one?
to say when you're playing with your cousin, I think.
It's okay. If they want to blow it up, then let's go back here again. Okay. You could. You can do that. It's hard to get inside. I don't mind it. Yeah, I don't
First
mind
thought
that
was to
actually.
call that
Yeah.
down and
Right
play
here.
the freeze. The discussion from the other end, maybe they'd like to deal with that
You're
one in
rolling
front of the 4 foot
You're
first.
here.
Rolling that way, eh?
I don't think he'll get inside.
What kind of weight do you like?
Back 4,
I
back
don't
8.
mind this tap. That rock in the top 4 is a bit problematic for Team Flash.
Yep.
Even if you do make the perfect freeze
Oh, probably like a 20.
following Ryan down, you can blast. But I mean, you're obviously not looking for shot rock. You're just trying to move things back, maybe create a little bit of a pocket.
Close. Yep. Back high line.
Back 4.
Really high line. Hard.
Back 4, back 8.
Gotta get by these guards,
Yeah, it's not just the long pipe they're going to have trouble with.
though. Oh boy.
Tight or what?
I don't know. This is curling early.
Now decision time for Brad Jacobs now.
Okay. Wait was perfect.
Forward.
Decides that
Wait
this
was
is
good.
the
Just curled right away.
one that he feels. Maybe there's not a double there. It's hard to tell.
There's curling early.
Clean. Yep. Whoa. Clean. Whoa.
I thought maybe he was going to run the center guard in and try and catch one of the yellow stones.
Yep.
Yeah, that's a thought as well.
If the other rolls it slightly towards center, it's in good shape.
Attaboy.
Oh, what a shot.
Same draw, right?
Wow.
Yeah. Lock it on.
As it looks like right now, I think everyone's all in.
Okay, bud.
Yeah. Yeah, you remember what I said about forcing the 3.
I do remember.
Get them all going. Because he can't, there's no way he's not going to overcurl this.
Kevin Marsh needing a big shot here.
Yeah, you're a little heavy.
I got room right now.
Close, heavy, but
No.
close.
Easy.
Back 4.
Easy. Whoa,
Back
whoa,
4.
whoa. Whoa, Dad.
Heavy still.
Whoa, we're on the guard. Off.
All there and so.
That is not a big port that he has to come through either.
Anything?
It's no, just leave it.
Shot. Great shot.
Boy, that was just barely there. He almost touched the stone in the 12, but the yellow stone, and then almost touched the red.
Great
top
shot.
of the 4. That hole was just
hang
barely
on,
there.
Colton.
Great
Time
shot.
out.
Stay out there and then
I know it's
Time out.
but can you
That was the risk for Team Jacobs not removing that yellow center guard on the
I know, but
previous
if you
shot.
feather
So
it, just push it out.
we'll see what they have to say here.
if I take that ice, I'm probably.
Or do you play the same shot he just played? Could play that.
I don't like that.
Or just come into it, or peel. Yeah, that's a good shot, Ryan.
Yeah. Only thing is, I guess if
Straight peel's
well, straight peel, he's going to be throwing some guards. Eventually, he's probably going to try and make a double in here,
Everything.
right? And then we're looking for
But we said to like
big time.
Yeah. Took a draw.
He can get rid of it this way,
Gradually,
but it's only for 2.
It's like running like a hack weight or something.
Pick
Like,
what?
It's probably just a straight tight.
Well, that's there, but
I think either straight peel or you're playing on a disc. I mean, a 1 steel's not the end of the world.
Right.
We might have
Right.
a chance for a big end. Make that double.
Right. Make this and straight peel is the.
okay.
I don't want to not like.
No, yeah. So over the top,
Yeah.
Lambie.
I don't know.
Like, try to
Not
make it,
seeing that
obviously,
spot
but-
for you, it's kind of like it seems like it's always.
I mean, the only other shot is following them down, but I don't think that does anything. What?
It's
Yeah.
fun. The 38 split on that one.
It's like a quick
Nice
pass.
and positive then.
So making the play on the garden, I think trying to run it towards the other yellow, maybe get at least 2 yellows moving here.
Well, just clean.
Yeah, option 1 is trying to catch it. Option 2 is just a straight peel.
Drives it by everything.
Okay. Same
Boy,
spot
Flasch,
as that
not
one
really
was.
much
Pretty
choice
good.
now.
Feel a
He's
little-
going to have to guard for his life.
Yeah, high half. Pipeline.
If you hit it,
You gotta get it against speed, right?
Like I think that yellow goes far now.
Comes down at the end.
What side would you rather show?
Not yet.
A dead guard or 4.
Our red or our yellow?
Yeah.
So just on this side of center. Same as where mine were ending up with.
Yeah, I think so. And if I touch the guard.
Such an important question for Catlin to ask. It's not just a straightforward guard. You need to know which side,
Line's good.
if anything, if it doesn't get perfect, which side you want
Line's
to
good.
guard.
It's
And you want
overcurling.
to guard the yellow stone.
Overcurling.
Because if it ever
Over and off.
overcurls,
Over
which it
and off.
sounds like it's doing,
Over and off.
you might give your opposition a chance at that yellow stone if this ever overcurls. You could.
Well, and if not the double, or if not the yellow stone, you might have given him a chance at the double red tap.
Double red
Don't-
tap, yeah, exactly.
Don't think he left him enough of that top stone. Definitely overcurled, but
Yeah, I don't think you can see enough of it,
no, I
Are you
agree.
thinking that?
especially with Mark throwing from the other hack.
If I touch our yellow, it's not the end, or our red, it's not the end of the world either. Top one.
He's trying it, I believe, is he?
He's trying the pick on the yellow, and he wouldn't mind if he took the red behind it as well. And this might be just one of those shots where Brad Jacobs is looking at it and then realizes, hey, Mark Kennedy's throwing for me. I'm going to have him pick this.
Well,
He's close.
attaboy.
What a shot. Mark Kennedy special right there.
Yep. Yeah, Mark. Great toss, Mark. Could hit this, but I don't know what that like. Yeah, I think. Back four.
It all comes down to where that guard placement, it just overcurled by about 2 inches.
Swing late, yeah.
And gave Mark a shot.
If it's dead buried, there's no way he's chasing that.
And 2 inches is too much to give Mark Kennedy.
It comes in there hard.
Exactly.
You just gotta draw, right? Like, I don't see anything else, right? Just lob it around.
Great to see all the fans back watching.
No, I know.
Those are the ones who elected to stay a little warmer.
I'm okay. This is the best result.
That's where I would be.
Yeah. Normal, firm. Right on the nose.
Trying for the run back double, I believe.
Yeah, nose. I mean, it goes there. It's fine.
Okay. Just. Okay, I like it.
The other option that they had
Peel.
just briefly
Firm.
talked about was throwing the intern draw again.
Firm.
Do you want the intern or the outturn?
Out's good. Yep, yep.
Easy.
Catlin
easy.
Steiner looking for the run back. They called the sweep on right away.
Whoa! 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 Whoa!
He's got to be close.
Sit.
Makes the hit. Contacts both red stones.
Huh?
Guard's up there still.
Yeah, well, guard's still there.
And they do both leave the rings.
Good shot, Cat.
What a great shot by Catlin.
Nose isn't the end of the world.
It's just the one yellow stone in the 12-foot counting.
It's not the end of the world.
But there will be a center
because-
guard to
yeah.
work with.
But I think you try to, bury a piece of it. Right, just a piece.
I mean, if you roll under. I don't love that. No, I hate that. Yeah, I'd love for you to roll a hair this way, I think.
Sure.
So
You
I
could
want
roll
them
a
to roll
half under here.
Right.
I'm thinking top 12. Yeah. Dead buried top 12. Even a tight guard. He's going to leave that there for me to come off of, or I have a draw. I can't give up. Like, I'd rather go 2 than give up and blank. Good way! Just board!
I think they're trying to roll towards the corner guard or the kind of corner
Clean.
guard.
Yep.
Roll away from the center.
Nope. Yep! Hard! Straight up! Roll it here! That's a good shot.
Makes the hit, rolls towards that corner, but stays
I mean,
exposed.
ideally it's right into, yeah.
Catlin and Colton were already talking about, boy, that's a hard combination there. Catlin and Colton were already talking about haven't done them both by the first name yet. It really, I don't think it mattered where Mark rolled with that. They were already talking about this, trying to come around, and I think I heard Colton say even if it's just a tight guard, because he's going to have that red stone he could come off of with his last one to get to the middle.
Be patient with it. All that matters is getting it buried. Okay. Even if it's halfway guard. I mean, not halfway guard, but
yeah,
tight guard. I understand that, but
just throw. So just think, yeah, your tight guard.
No, I know what to throw. Just be patient with it. That's all I'm saying.
Got a good idea on speed still?
Yeah. Ideally, we're butting the house dead buried.
Okay.
Great comments there by Colton. It's all about the line. It doesn't matter too much where the rock ends up in terms of weight. Obviously, behind the tee line or anything like that, but it's all about getting this rock completely buried.
You don't sweep. 3. Line's really good.
3. Okay. Yep. 3.
Curl. Okay. Curl.
3 is just a guard. I'd love to get that a little farther.
Well, it is a guard. They didn't get them lined up. The double peels there. It's a little dangerous. You're running it towards that red stone.
With the stagger, do you ever take the draw on Brad Jacobs in his first? Just put one behind the staggered guard. With hammer here in 7. As you mentioned, Sean, the Colton Flasch does have the play on that red stone on the outside there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe. That's your best.
Problem. Yeah, we had to pound it the whole way, right? Or not the whole way, but
like more than likely we're going to put it in. You're going to make a perfect draw, and there's going to be a double buried force or steal.
Yeah. Okay, so do we want to try?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Like in here. All right. Right there, Mark. So like 1 inch less ice, 2 inches less ice probably. And then we just got to be just full 12.
Like, even if you throw a perfect draw, it might, you know.
I know. I didn't like the draw. Have to roll it dead buried, and then it's like full 8 foot. Quarter rock will be close, eh?
Thinner than that.
A little thinner? It's got to make a really good shot, and he'll still have a shot for 2, but. I know. Piece on this side, if anything. I got you. No, I don't think so. Yeah. Pretty much impossible.
This is all about the fact that they're just conceding that if you give Colton Flasch a chance at that double behind cover, you're going to get forced. They're going to try to eliminate one of the guards, and there is a chance they could come catch that other yellow stone and end up with the shooter in the rings.
Whoa! Whoa! Whoa!
Makes the hit, comes across, does make contact.
Great job.
Did not want to move his own stone towards the button like that, but does sit 2, it looks like.
Wow, what a great shot.
Make the double or free right here.
Yeah, make the double. You might spin up buried, but wow.
That's probably a shot. We know the line and ice and everything for that.
we do. Yep.
Force them to make a draw for 2 right here on a sheet on a side we haven't seen in a while. That's his only shot, right?
Yeah, I think we have to.
Yeah. Okay. Just dead weld it. It's fine.
It almost turned out real bad. It was like back.
It's right there. It's just outside edge. It's just right there.
Yes. Yeah. No matter what.
It hit. What did it hit first over here? Must have hit the yellow, and then pushed the red.
And then out and spun back. You actually hit perfect.
Yeah.
It was such an incredible shot, Sean.
It was. Yeah, it was
unbelievable that even
not
if you
exactly
take
not exactly the way he drew it up. It could have been disaster if he pushes another foot. It's behind the tee line. He didn't really want to move that red stone, but the key was to get that second stone into the rings, which they did. And that's the one creating all the problems for Colton Flasch here. You don't want to give up two are heading for the three.
A little bit early.
We gotta go.
Yeah, so I think they're just trying to lock this right onto the base of that Jacob Stone.
Hard!
Yeah, just gotta go.
Hard line!
So they got to go line and wait.
Yeah, he's got to stay close to the nose. You throw too much past this, and there could still be a shot there for three.
Perfect weight.
Yeah, I thought it was lighter than that. Sweet.
Brad looking at it, those two stones are just about touching.
A little tricky for three. It's actually a pretty good shot. Neither do I. Well, we got to be careful on calling just to pick it because half a rock is one. Half a rock is forced, eh? Well, I'm just thinking of the weight, huh? You don't like the thick way, right? Just a little bit this way. Although it stays just a little bit this way, noses it.
All the discussion so far has been about making a play on that yellow stone. If he can just pick it out, he's got two. If he can hold the shooter, he would actually get the three.
Like, I mean, Mark, if we throw normal weight, thick half, do you think it's gone? Probably, eh?
Which one?
The shooter.
Yeah.
What are you thinking?
We just got to be careful of, half a rock peel is a one, right? So it's
You ever just throw the draw for two on a side that you haven't played for a while?
Or do we hit it thick and count the shooter? It's right in between.
That looks hard to kill the yellow.
You think so?
Shooter. My gut is throw the same shot, hit a third or hit a quarter, and you make it. But
yeah, okay. Yeah, no, I'm fine with that, guys. Right there. Yeah, so I'm going to be throwing firm. I'm not thinking of a bomb. Well, just nice. On the red cap. Thanks.
So not thinking about trying to hang this around to the third point at all. Just wants to pick the yellow out.
And you heard him say he can't really hit this very thick, otherwise he'll lose that red rock. That's also this is frozen to. So it's actually a very good shot by Colton.
I know, but still, third might lose it.
Brad Jacobs with his final stone in 7, sitting 1. Needs to pick that yellow stone out. Looking for a little extra curl here.
Nice
Catches
shot.
the yellow, almost touches the red as well, but gets by it. Will pick up his 2 points. We'll take a 2-point lead into the last end of play. Colton Flasch will have last rock when we resume.
We know that. Yeah, we know the out. Yeah. I'll throw a straight one first as usual, and go around it.
Yeah, this side.
I can't stop thinking about something.
What's on your mind?
What if we sold the house in the city and moved up here?
Good thinking, but what if, say, the market drops or one of us gets sick?
Or what if we outlive our savings?
That's a good point. Let's get on a call with Maya and find out.
Of course, these are complex questions. But the great thing is, we can explore your different scenarios in your personalized IG living plan. Let's look at this together. We can make this work for you. You can see the impact on your current net worth in this scenario compared to your current path.
Is there a way we can help our children with their first home?
How do we begin to plan for the possibility of grandchildren?
Now we're really getting to see how this plan adapts to life's changes.
This is all making sense.
And remember, you can access these same views and monitor your progress whenever you wish.
Thanks, Maya. This plan makes it clear what we need to do.
IG Wealth Management introduces the next generation of financial planning so that the what-ifs won't feel so much like what-ifs anymore.
Should be running nice here still.
Can I hit a little bit early?
Yeah, hit it a bit.
Please?
No, okay.
Well, then go here. Well, I don't love that. Just halfway. Just halfway. Just halfway. We'll just go 2 corners. Let's go 2 corners. Just right there. That's good. That's good. That's good.
Eighth end underway here in this semifinal. We'll call it the 8th end. I'm not prepared to concede it's the final end yet. There's a chance of an extra end here.
Yeah, that ran good.
Colton Flasch will need to pick up a deuce if he's going to get into that extra. And
We're going other
with
side.
the 5 rock rule, it's not impossible. You're going to set up, expect him to play 2 corner guards. It's always interesting for me to see how teams want to approach this. You could try to put the 2 corners on the same side. Given that they put that first one at halfway, I would think they're going to try to split the house and get corners on both sides. Brad Jacobs, in the meantime, will try to bring the play into the rings.
Line's good, just for weight.
Put these rocks in the middle where Colton is going to have to deal with them at some point in time, and then you
Have a look.
You have a
It looks good.
Right here. Line's great.
Let's hit a double to end the
Stay
game.
with it. Very
Should
nice.
be able to
Ryan.
throw you the same on this side, hey?
Beauty. Even.
Ryan Harnden has just always been as close to automatic as you're going to get for a lead.
Oh, absolutely. Just plays so well.
Halfway.
Always puts the rocks very, very close to the called position.
You never hear a word from him, but
No.
he's always in the 90s.
Yeah.
The game that I was commentating yesterday, Sean, it was also a 2-point game, and I think by the Skip's
Line's
first
good.
rock,
Line's
I think
good.
almost
Line's
every
good. It's all
single
about
rock
depth.
was
All
in
about
play,
depth.
and they
Line's
were all
good.
around
Keep
the
going.
forfeit
Line's
except
good.
for 2.
All right, boys. Keep going. Keep going.
It was a very
That's cool.
interesting
Real good.
8th end.
Sweeping.
Even with these is good.
But that's one of those things that can happen in this 5 rock rule. Because even here, Brad Jacobs can't peel any of those corner guards yet. He's committed to plugging up the middle and trying to force the play to a position where he might get a double later on. The other side of it is Colton Flasch isn't going to hit anything.
Get some shit moving in there. Got room. Let it work.
Line's
Got a lot of
good.
line
I
right
think for
now.
Colton Flasch, they were hoping
Let
that
it
yellow,
work.
second yellow guard was just a little bit more away from the forfeit line. It's pretty tight to the center there.
Well, right
Maybe
on.
a little
Yeah.
tighter than they
Just
were
let it
hoping.
work.
Probably in the way of an eventual out-turn draw to the button area.
Thank you. Right on the nose.
Okay.
With like.
Now, looking
Yeah.
to make a play on those reds. He's
Solid
not really
board,
looking
maybe?
to kill them. He'd love to
Solid
keep all
board
3
right
of
on
them
the
in play,
nose.
but
Yeah, because you still got
wants to move some stuff
Should be
behind the
pretty.
T-line.
It won't do a lot here.
Solid board. Yeah.
Hey, weight's really nice.
Yep. Yep.
Hard, really hard.
Whoa.
A little heavy, maybe.
Whoa.
A little heavy.
Whoa.
Close.
Whoa. Yep. 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 Whoa. Whoa.
So yeah, he's going to lose one of the red stones, but does leave the other one behind the T-line,
Good.
and most importantly, leaves that shooter right on the center
Yeah, really good.
Splittable too.
line. So 3 guards to work with now. The one tight one
You like trying this?
in a
Thin
position to
one?
run back on the shot stone at some point.
Yeah, that was such a great shot. And the importance was the
thin.
weight call there, not removing everything from play. So lots to work with now for Team
Okay.
Flash, and Jacob's pretty straightforward tactic here is try and remove some of these yellow guards.
Hard. Hard. Good toss each.
Just a little thick on the first one and rolls across
Great
the top
throw.
of that stone just outside the rings.
T-line's pretty
Rolled a
good.
little bit, eh?
It's such a great
Yeah, you
battle
went
with
for
these two
that.
teams, and you can tell it's not over yet.
What do you guys think here for speed? Like
The other option is just
ran,
this.
Like, didn't run as good as the out, I don't think. But
I don't mind going around the corner.
I think corner for now. Maybe later.
It's pretty good.
I mean, I'd like to leave hard there for now. You do that for Rickman making a double.
Yeah, he doesn't make it, but
and you go there and then
yep.
I think I like this better. Sean, maybe just going around the corner first. Don't play into the middle too soon.
Yeah, I think if you don't go around the corner first, the corner might not be there.
I think this is a good call.
A little tight. We're a little tight.
Okay, weight's good.
Yep.
Top 4.
Yep. Yes.
T-line.
Gotta go.
Heavy now.
Okay, we're good. We're good.
Back 4.
We're good.
Back
We're good.
4.
We're good.
Back 4.
Back 4's okay.
Close.
Whoa, Dan, whoa, Dan.
Nope.
Does not need to curl. Does not need to curl.
Good shot, Kev.
Good.
Good shot.
May have come out a little bit in the open
options.
behind that
pick
corner
the
guard,
back
but
one.
nothing wrong
Yeah,
with
you like
that.
that, Mark? You like Peel?
No, she just poked out. Hey.
Mark feels like he can see enough to pick it out. But if you're Colton Flasch, anything that keeps them from peeling those guards right now is good for you.
You gotta get one very. Yep, hard!
Yeah, I totally agree. So this isn't too bad. I mean, for sure. Trying to get it by.
Sit.
Well, it's even better if you do that.
Mark, just do that great.
What do we freeze over here now?
You gotta go here.
Or that.
I'll lock this on. Lock freeze on here. This can't go anywhere. He wants to hit that, then we lock another one on. Okay? Gotta make it. Dead nose is perfect. Yeah, I think so. Just dead weld it.
5 or whatever it is.
It's, yeah, we want to be biting the 4-foot. Half in the 4.
Okay, where are we going here? What's that?
Bite the top 4 and 3/4 full.
Okay.
And now you can see why that shot that Kevin Marsh made is so key. He left that one stone at the back of the 12-foot on the corner.
Come off a little
If you
bit
can
at
get
the
this
house.
half frozen,
Yeah.
you'll never get this stone out by that one that's sitting in the back 12-foot. Good opportunity here for Callan Schneider to make a freeze.
Okay, line's good.
Should definitely have a chance for your deuce if you can lock this on good enough. Three's not out of the question.
Got a good line. Line's great.
T-line on its own.
Not laying too much of a bridge. There it is. It's starting to make its way now. Love to get to the face of that red stone with no or little or no bump.
Okay, nice shot.
Little bump, but he might have got just enough curl to get away with that.
Nice. I think you gotta make a play here.
It didn't bump it.
Yeah.
Then you can't get rid of it ever.
No, exactly. Angle's good.
Maybe bumped it just a little too far. It's
no.
But as
Hold on,
Brad's looking at you, have to make a play at something here, and you try to get rid of that center guard.
I think he's looking at the run. You might be able to get all 3 yellows.
Yeah, just on nose, maybe.
I mean, this looks good because it's.
Nose is close.
Yeah.
What's that?
You plant that.
I agree. I think this is the call. Try to rip those two. Right?
Yeah.
With your out turn, looks like about thin half.
Yeah, I was hoping he'd maybe leave that guard.
So I think originally, Sean, they were looking at the nose run double.
He's got.
But they're also worried about leaving their red shooter right there as well. So by playing this shot, the angle run into the one on the 8-foot on the side, they can also roll their shooter off, which is a really big thing for Team Jacobs right now.
Yeah, even if you don't make the double here, if you just peel the guard, straight peel the guard, there is a double left on the 2 yellows that are in the rings. And as long as you can make a double somewhere, the worst you're doing is playing an extra end with last rock.
Whoa. Whoa. Good.
Nice shot. What a great shot by Mark.
Shot, Mark.
Not really. It's no double if you're right here. No double if you're right here even.
I think less. What rock are you throwing?
Can't over curl.
Well, I guess if we're going to get all the way back there, though. Where is that one? Like back 4? It will. I think that you're gonna. Do you think it's out turn?
Well, and that turns the advantage back to the Jacobs team.
No, we haven't really. Yeah.
Colton Flasch. Still a chance to get his deuce here, but right now it looks like 3 is out of the question.
Yeah, 3 is tough for sure right now, and that was such a good shot by Mark.
Yeah,
really,
pretty good.
by catching that one on the 8-foot
Yeah,
on the
go ahead.
side,
Go ahead.
really changed
Back
the
tee.
way this end can play out.
Close. Got a ton of room. Got a ton of room.
Trying to put this in a place where the yellow double isn't there.
Looks like it's
Right here. Just behind tee is ideal.
Keep going. Keep going.
That's a great shot.
Good spot.
Ooh, that's hard to predict.
Great spot.
Heavy the whole. Good shot. It's really good.
That is a good spot for him. Let's think about this.
Really good spot there, Cat. Yeah.
What if we make a play here?
Well, first off was nose, but then he got.
Yeah. See, I was actually kind of thinking.
Like roll to the forefoot. That's what I was thinking.
I think that's worse.
Huh?
I think that's rolling is worse. Because then you're rolling to a pocket.
Well, yeah, kind of depends where you roll each.
Like what's wrong with nose?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
I'm just saying he makes this.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm trying to think how you
Yeah.
give him. What if he knows this?
Yeah, that's
14. He makes the double and roll. And, yeah. I think it's the same thing with this.
Maybe dead nose of the corner freezing.
You're thinking knows it?
Yeah. Because he's got to make a play on this. Like if he rolls over top, it's game over. If he hits it too thick and rolls out, it's game over.
He might just nose this.
Right.
But then you actually might have the double off too.
Yeah, he can't really nose that. Yeah, because that double will be there.
Yeah.
You like nosing that?
I do.
I like that too. No, I like that. Yeah, mark right around here. Just that firm stuff, right on the nose.
Yeah, then we get 2.
For Brad Jacobs, he knows that if he's going to win the game this end, he's probably going to have to make a double on his last one. There's no double available there right now. So you hit those 2 staggered stones, remove both of those, and then hope that Colton leaves you a double with the last one.
So right on the nose, remove both of those stones. As you mentioned, Sean, just that red stone at the back there is not doing them any favors.
Yep. Hard.
Makes the hit, kills them both. Dud did roll over a little bit.
Gotta weld it right here. Welded on here.
I don't think so.
Top of those and then some jams.
Okay, I see.
Exactly.
And you didn't roll far enough in the way.
No. Over here. As long as you get behind the red, you're good. If you ever wants to take something on with the red, then you know what I mean. I think this is the call.
Okay, I'm good with that. Yeah, I don't like it's better than trying to throw something really touchy to have to sit on perfect side of the.
I mean, if I could ever get it there, it's good.
Yeah.
But then he noses that, and I'll have a nose hit, I guess.
Nose
If he
double.
rolls under though, and if he rolls like this, then it's really tough.
Yeah,
too.
we do this. He's gonna try to hit so that we can't.
Makes it so exactly.
But it's hard to do that.
That's why I think you're just going to here. Wow, then
Well, the
that's.
other shot is this, so they can't play the double.
Oh.
You got to roll pretty big.
Well, what? We can't hit that one and not give a double either. Over here.
Oh yeah, same thing.
Yeah, because then you can't make this down.
Yeah, but
Then this is
the difference is then we get eliminate one next shot.
Yeah. If we want to be really patient.
Then it's easier after for Cole.
Yes. Yeah, like I mean, I think we're just trying to get 2 right the best way possible.
Anywhere we have to be at least behind this one.
Yeah. Anywhere over
Not sure there's an easy option here. It's all precision.
Yeah, well, and it's
Well, this spot curls a bit, but
his nose.
if you play the roll to the outside,
Oh,
you're
really?
probably going to have to make a double and stay
Nose
with
is
your
good.
last one.
Nose is definitely good.
He's probably rolling right to here, then it's tough.
Well, he's hitting that one, yeah.
Yep. And then we got to make the double.
I think nose.
I don't think he's doing that. If we know he's gonna roll right to the side of his red, and then we don't have a shot.
Well, he's got to
I
make
agree with Catlin.
Yeah, and then we.
It's not hard.
if he hits off of it, then we just go.
Maybe he does a little bit. I think this is the shot. We just gotta roll.
Yeah.
You like that?
I do. Can roll all the way.
So lots of options discussed there for sure.
Board.
Trying to hit,
It's gonna curl
nose
to the
it,
flat.
nose and
A little
roll
bit more.
out, nose and roll in, or
Board.
behind, pardon me, that other red stone. And they even talked about the freeze on that yellow stone, but it's really hard to get to that, or on that red stone, it's really hard to get there. So I think after all that, Sean, they've elected to hit and roll away towards the outside 12 foot just ever so slightly.
Yeah, and I think it all comes down to this is the easiest way to make sure that they don't leave Brad Jacobs a double to end the game, because if they roll to the outside, he'd have to run the yellow towards that red stone on the button to play the double. He's not going to do that. But Brad will have a chance to make a play on that second shot stone, and Colton Flasch likely will have to make a double and stay with his last one to tie it up.
Good throw.
Real nice, Flash.
Well, didn't get much of a roll to the outside. Only a couple of inches.
Still no double there, obviously, for...
No, but it does give Brad the chance to hit that and roll in and sit too.
I like that.
Sweep it the whole way and then rolls out.
The only other shot
Last thing I do is roll.
is that
He still has to make it really perfect.
it's almost there. It's almost there.
Doubles there if you want to do it.
But it would be nice if that was a hair higher. I like that.
I hope he doesn't quite roll far enough.
I'm thinking like here.
He's got to roll to a
I'm
perfect
thinking
spot.
here, but I think I'm going to be a little bit more than that.
Hard for me not to have something.
Boy, if he could ever roll right into the edge of that red stone without moving it.
Lightweight.
Just that like solid board type thing. Roll right behind the yellow.
Oh yeah, then I got to make like.
Yeah, that's the ideal spot, obviously.
If you don't move it, if you move it over a little bit, Colton will be able to come off the red stone, make the double that way. But if you leave it right there, Colton might have to play the yellow into the two reds, and you're going to have to hit that off the nose to make it. And he's still got to hold his shooter. So it becomes a real difficult shot.
Yeah, very, very precise hit and roll here for Brad Jacobs. His final stone here in 8.
Solid board. Whoa.
Trying to roll towards the center.
Clean, yep. Hard ride. Hard ride. Go, 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 go,
It's going to roll quite a bit.
Well, that's not a bad spot, though.
I don't know how I get 2. Draw. I gotta throw peel and just get just inside.
Did that end up better than when where he actually called it, perhaps?
Better than what he called? Yeah, well,
No,
not quite, but it's
It's
tough.
Peel.
It's tough,
just
yeah.
Gotta basically just get inside nose. Oh yeah.
Inside nose makes the double,
Just firm.
sticks the shooter, and
1 inch more.
gets his deuce.
Center rock. It won't do
Really
much.
tight.
The two things working for Colton Flasch here is that, first of all, he can throw hard enough to make this, and secondly,
Yeah, regular
he doesn't
peel.
need to get the
I'm
second,
not gonna overthrow it.
second stone out very far, or it'll be the first one, the one he makes contact with. It only has to leave the 4 foot,
Just need to get out of the 4 foot.
because he's going to be jamming this fairly solid.
Yep. If I just miss ours, it's there. I need a little bit more ice. Yeah.
Okay, bud.
Yep. Yep.
Hard, Kev. Hard.
And a little bit early, they got to get by their own.
Great shot.
Gets it by,
What a
does, roll it
shot.
far enough. Picks up his 2 points. Colton Flasch ties it up here after it ends, and we're going to have extra end
that's a
action
leaker.
here in the semifinal from the IG Wealth
I'm allowed to,
Management
'cause
Western
I'm-
Showdown.
Saskatchewan, you know SaskTel because we're everywhere. Because being everywhere keeps us connected to you. With SaskTel sponsorships, we get to be part of your community. We're here with you, and we're here for you. It's easy to get started. All you need to do is apply. SaskTel cares. Always has, always will. To apply for sponsorship, visit SaskTel.com/sponsorships.
How strong is your financial plan? At IG Wealth Management, our Living Plan Snapshot gives you a financial well-being score that details how prepared you are to adapt to all of life's changes. Find out your score today at ig.ca.
Imagine being able to stream every curling game from every sheet from any event, be it your Wednesday league game, bonspiel, or corporate event. Curling Stadium offers an all-inclusive streaming solution featuring high-quality cameras, ease of use, great reliability, and minimal installation. Offering your sponsors customizable ad space on your streamed curling games and being able to sell video packages to your corporate events for increased revenue. With Curling Stadium, you can stream to any device, be it your mobile phone, tablet, or computer. Push the feed to your desired platform, be it Facebook, YouTube, or any other social media. Curling Stadium is simply the way forward. Where it's commonplace in other sports to televise every game, we want to do the same. Curling is a global sport, and it's time it gets the coverage it needs. Make your curling club the next Curling Stadium.
Running the sanctuary absolutely brings me peace. The work is 100% cathartic for me. You know, I find myself getting tied up in it and being busy, and then it's really nice just to sit, breathe in life, and it's beyond zen.
Northern Credit Union, a true partner, sweeping you to financial victory, keeping your dollars where they belong.
I think the rankings are a little off right now. Yeah. Easy, easy, easy. It's a little tight, but it's a tighter track.
Line's good.
I think you might have to go, boys.
Okay. Line's great. Come on, Cat.
Hard,
come on, Cat.
Hard.
Come on, keep going.
Keep going, keep going, keep going.
Good. That's a one.
Well, one more end here to go in his semifinal from the IG Wealth Management Western Showdown. And
yeah, just
keeping with the Western
tighter path. It's a little
theme,
stickier.
we've had a barn burner here
Good.
this afternoon. Brad Jacobs. Yeah. With last rock here as we play the extra end, but an outstanding shot by Colton Flasch with his last one. The last two rocks out of the rings and hold his shooter to get the tie.
Hard, each.
Yeah, what a shot by Colton. And that last one of Brad Jacobs just rolling, 4, 5, 6 inches too far. Gave Colton that opportunity.
Throw.
And makes no mistake.
Attempted tick shot pushes that just a little too far, so.
Okay, where was kind of like quarter on it?
Now they have to try to replace that stone as close as they can, and you saw them looking for maybe a ring.
I think it was, yeah. Good.
I have no idea.
Yeah. I'll tell you right now, Sean's cheating a little bit because I have the replay going a few seconds behind. That's pretty close. So now looking for the tighter guard.
Easy, 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 easy.
2/3. I like to show a little on this side of anything. So just,
line's
always
really good.
Catlin.
Line's good.
It's always Catlin.
Certainly, we've enjoyed bringing you this coverage. I hope you've enjoyed the coverage from SaskTel Curling Stadium here at Swift Current. And, if you have, please hit the subscribe button down below or find us on Facebook and give us a like there as well.
Try to roll in. Back line.
A little less work on that one, hey, for you? Nice sweep on that first one.
Another chance for Ryan Harnden to play a tick shot. They're going to try to play the one tight to the rings.
Lead. Whoa. Yep. Whoa. Yep. Whoa. Whoa.
He can push it into the ring. He just wants to get it off that center line.
Yeah, that's the key for sure, is just get it off the center.
Whoa.
And keep things less complicated in the middle.
Hard on the red.
Team Jacobs.
Definitely got less weight on this one.
Okay, good. Good toss, Pete.
Bonus there, rolling his red one into the rings.
I like DNA, no?
Yeah, you never know. That little biter might be the one
you're in the good stuff, it's running pretty nice still.
Means you could just hit and roll out with your last one.
It's good.
A bit more room than Dan's. Be patient with it.
It's good.
It's got a curl. No. Line's good. Line's good. Line's good.
Gotta go. Push, 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 push.
Trying to get this one as tight to the rings as possible. And right behind. Good line. That's a great shot.
Good shot.
Try to go for that. Peel's fine.
And that was the 5th stone of the end, so now the peeling can begin.
Yep. I don't like throwing the high guard. It's a bit more separation. It's way easier. I'm going to go back for it.
Where it should go,
Yep.
though.
Well, I mean, well, yeah. Shooter, Mark. Good toss, Siege.
Tried to catch that one on the outside, but just missed it. The important thing
Even back
was to
four.
remove that high center guard. You heard Colton talking about
Oh, that's okay.
if you do throw another
They were setting up to
center.
play that. You could hear Colton Flasch talking about.
I'm playing it because it's in turnover.
Yeah, he was talking about if they tried to play the high one, it's getting hard to separate them, so they're going to come around first.
No. Like this. Back four.
Just play the same turn I just threw.
No, it's going to over curl then.
Oh, okay.
They'll pop out to here.
All right. We just don't know.
Well, I just assume it's like that little heavier, right?
Back four. T-line.
When you're thinking about trying to
14,
steal,
2.
Sean, you really don't want to have to play into the ring so early, but
No.
I think it's like that.
based on what he said, right? If you throw another high one, he's going to have a chance to play a double at some point. So they've elected to come into the rings. Again, it feels like it's early, but Colton definitely has his plan.
I like it.
Well, if that guard,
Little
that tight
tight.
center guard that they'd played, had it been tighter,
Oh, line's
he
good.
might
T.
have tried to keep
Little tight. T.
Don't want
Yep.
to.
T
playing
back
a long
four.
guard.
Back
Said it.
four.
Back four.
It's too hard to keep them
13
separated
quarter.
now. That guard's a little higher than what they had in mind.
Heavy.
It's a good look at it as that rock's coming into the house. That
Okay, not bad.
that center guard that's left there is just a little tighter than halfway. Well,
Try the
it
double.
becomes difficult to get
Looks
a
like
lot of
about
separation throwing a long guard now.
thin half.
Yeah.
Playing it over the top or fit?
I was just going to play it this way.
Yeah.
Yeah, like a thin half.
That's good. Nice weight.
For Team Jacobs, it's all about just trying to open up the front, but also open up your draw path to the center, to the button, if you need it on your last
Whoa.
rock. So
Mark.
trying to get 2 of these to go if they can.
Hard. Okay.
Literally cannot throw that in there.
We got to guard this one.
And just like that, that draw turn
Yeah, they're
path
gonna
is
go like
good.
you guard
but,
this one.
They would have liked it. They wouldn't even have minded if
I
that
kinda
rock
like
stayed
that.
in play, as long as it
This one is.
pulls a little farther.
You had to roll right behind that red,
Yeah, I mean,
what's
I
now
figured-
a guard.
Yeah.
Just a bit unlucky there. As EJ said, couldn't have thrown it any better.
Yeah.
No, that. And you know, if it rolls
Do
another
we
foot,
have to
you don't
guard
even
it
care
even?
that it's there. But because
No,
it's buried,
I mean, you can throw it center line.
that could be the rock you have
So
to
make
beat with
the
your last one.
angle less.
He'll be playing it like this
Okay.
into there, which I
Yeah.
don't love.
Okay.
Like you said, then why don't you just guard that?
Well, then he shoots it at our one
Thought it
above.
was me on.
Center's good.
That's okay if he shoots it at that one.
Yeah, we're okay with that one because this one's there.
Well, he's gonna have the intern that he knows best to the button then.
Well, if I pull one right here at the end. But anyway, I don't mind that or this, whatever.
Yeah. Well, how about let's just throw a center guard. Right
Guard
at
this.
center line.
Guard this one.
Okay.
Dumb call.
All right, we know this track the best, eh? It's running pretty good still.
Like it here left.
And that was a really good conversation, Sean, because the one thing Colton didn't want to do is he didn't want to really throw a center guard because it gives Team Jacobs an easier opportunity to run the center onto the other red and straight back onto the yellow that shot rock right now. So he's actually trying to keep this on, as we're looking at it right now, the right-hand side of center. to prevent that from happening. So maybe protecting that stone that happens to be back 4. It's not going to be the stone that counts, most likely, but just trying to make things a little bit more difficult on Team Jacobs.
I'd love to see you
He
drill
still
that into
had
here.
to leave some angles, though. I didn't mind his first call, which was to put the guard on top of the red.
With your out turn, Mark,
I agree.
And Colton made the point. It was Catlin, I believe, that said, well, if you do that, they're going to shoot it towards that rock at the back 8 foot. Well, that rock doesn't matter.
No, it doesn't. And yeah, so, I mean, he made it where he called it on this last one, where he finally ended up, but...
Yeah, but I'm not sure this is the shot you wanted to leave them.
Whoa. Whoa. Still whoa. Still whoa. Good. Good throw, Mark.
Mark Kennedy with an outstanding throw, gets rid of 3 stones, but does leave that shot rock, the corner of the 4 foot. And no conversation to be had now. Colton Flasch will have to try to guard that stone for the rest of the end.
Yeah, that was such a good call by Mark, or such a good throw by Mark. Really does some cleanup.
Took a lot of ice.
Yeah, halfway.
Yeah, it's slower in the middle.
Well, and if you can continue to guard this stone for the rest of the end, when it's all said and done, it's going to leave Brad Jacobs the in-turn draw that he has already made 4 or 5 times in this game.
That's right.
Same path.
We can go a bit. Little light. A little higher than halfway right now. Okay, keep going. Gotta go. Go then. Keep going, both of you. Hard. Hard.
Trying to bring this one in as far as they can. It's a little on the light side.
Fine. Whoa. It's fine. It's good. You can go around that if we have to. Okay. Go right there.
Do you like trying your in-turn, cross it, run? What?
What if you just like roll
Slimy?
Huh? Far or rip it?
You could nose it.
Nose it. Yeah.
He's going to throw a tight one.
You're going to deal the high one.
Yeah.
And he's going to throw it on the button, and then is our red one usable?
It might be.
No. We don't want to get very good.
It might be. If he might be playing the hit and roll on his last to the lid. And then, depending on how tight the guard is, we'll have to come down and move him for 1.
This feels like this rock would be a good spot for us.
Huh?
Here's the other thing I'm thinking. If you throw that and he tries to throw the tight guard and he's not perfect, and you peel that guard, it's a bonanza. This guard has to be really good.
Right.
Actually,
yes,
probably.
Yep.
I'm leaning towards the nose.
So am I.
If
So am I. If that yellow was a few feet tighter, I would like you to throw that, but it's so high, so.
Yeah, as long as you're on this side.
I think board weight.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Interesting conversation there, Sean. I still would be tempted to maybe play the center line guard, because if you do nose it and you give them the option to put a second guard up, I'm not sure that that's.
As much as you're unsure, I think that was part of the problem with the conversation they had. They were trying to walk it through. We make the nose, he plays the tighter guard. We peel the higher guard, and it's too hard to predict it all the way down the line. But I don't mind this call. As they said, if it comes down to a last rock situation, this rock could be in a position where you can use it.
Oh boy, Mark.
Tight guard.
And you've still put Colton Flasch in the spot where he's got to make the tight guard and not leave the double peel.
Yeah, it has to be absolutely perfect behind that top or high center. So there is no double.
Wow.
Or no ability to hit the tight one, which is the one they want to
I'd rather
protect.
show him a piece on the other side. Yeah. Tight guard.
Tight guard.
It's a tight guard.
Yeah.
In the house.
Yeah, you threw this in the
Yeah, the
seven.
weight was good. It just didn't curl enough.
Yeah, ideally we just sweep it at the end.
Yeah, I guess we need to give you a little bit more.
Just a tickle more. It comes off in the middle here right now.
Yeah.
Close.
Good. Three. Three on two.
Whoa! No, it's good.
Three.
Coming down.
Curl and go.
Let's go.
Curl and go.
Go. Go.
You got to cross center.
Keep going.
Had to wait for the curl a little bit now. They're trying to drag it as far as they can, get those two lined up. That's pretty good. There's a little bit of angle there.
Tight one.
Yeah, that ended up in a pretty good spot.
Of course, the angle is there. If Brad Jacobs tries to run it across, he might run it towards the red. He'll be fine with it if he kills them all, but he sure wouldn't want to stuff it there. He's just going to play the pick on the tight one.
That last bit of curl.
It needs to curl more. It's fucking perfect weight. Tight guard. Sweeping to finish it only. It's fucking my size.
And if he can peel out that guard, Colton Flasch is going to have a decision to make. You could straight come around your yellow, but if you're worried about that red one being usable, maybe you do have to hit it and roll to the top of the button.
Yeah, I think it'll hit, but yeah, I agree. I think you have to, yeah.
Brad Jacobs with his first stone here in the extra inning, looking to peel the tighter center guard.
Sweet.
Nice shot.
He makes the pick. I think I heard Colton Flasch say that I think we have to, but I don't know what he said they had to do.
You can just do that then too.
I think it looks like he's thinking they have to play the hit on that stone.
Well, so is this. Well, this isn't game over. How do you, like, it's hard to stick them. It's hard to stick a shooter and this. I
What do
think.
you guys like? When I first saw it was just hit and roll and show half on the outside.
Well, I just think you can draw, obviously, right beside it. You can draw even to here.
Yeah.
It's hard to stick that and that.
Yeah.
I think right here.
I mean, ideally, yeah.
I think he's chasing it, but whatever.
Like ideally, we can actually stay just slightly above it.
Yeah. Like
You can.
If you get almost to the side of it,
Yeah.
chase it this way.
Oh, right.
If you're a little here, it's a little better because
If you're
you
beside
can
it,
chase
it chases it this way. This rock gets in the way a little bit.
Right.
Right? It does get in the way a little bit. I think this is the best result. You know?
Can we get it here? Do we know what to throw and, and lines?
It's the same line.
Just with more weight, right? Like it's getting there, right?
Well, it's not the same line. Same line probably gets to here.
You think so?
Disagree.
We
We
were.
got to here, and it's going to curl.
Yeah, but I'm
keep
throwing more
curling
weight.
into
It's not
the
going to keep curling like that.
Yeah, I know.
But I'm saying it's not the same line.
I really think it is. I think it's the exact same line. It shouldn't change. What do I have right here?
Ice might be the same. It's just not going to be the same
Oh,
line.
yes.
Like,
Oh yeah, that's what we were talking. Ice.
Yeah.
Right there, right? Is that what I had?
I had more. I had right here.
Okay, same line. Same line.
I think
Maybe
Colton's been
take a
seeing
left.
it
I
the
do
whole
need a bit
game. I
more
think
curl.
you go with
Go
what he
left.
feels here.
Good. Right beside it.
Yeah, he's been spot on, so I would totally suggest doing that.
Yeah,
They're
he
just
hasn't
trying to
struggled
bring
with the
this
line calls
in.
or anything.
Yeah, they're just trying the exact same line as this previous one, except it's going to obviously have more weight. Just
Pretty good.
want to be shot rock.
Stick that.
Don't need to be too deep.
Go for half and four. Well, again, same pass. Give us the.
Like that's the right way. Decent.
Decent.
Yeah, it's like-
Got EJ on that side too.
Yeah, we're good.
Man,
Just half 4 foot, I think, will do it.
A little extra weight.
I do. I do.
Whoa,
like
Dan!
We like the weight.
Dan, you can't sweep it.
Really good weight.
Wait, gotta go almost.
Gonna have to go soon.
Go.
Mine looks really good.
Colton seemed to think he might be a little bit heavy, but the sweepers have been ready to go the whole way.
Got a curl. Hard!
Hard, Kevin.
Hard! Hard!
What a great shot.
Very good shot.
I don't think you could place that any better.
No, pretty much right where he tapped the ice.
Couple shots. Obviously, we got this. Touch that in there, right? Or we got that out turn sort of chase. Which one are you liking, Mark?
I don't like the tap.
You don't like the
I
tap?
like the chase or the intern draw.
Yeah, we got that too. Yep.
What's easier, the intern chase or the out turn chase?
Definitely the out turn.
Really?
Well,
I'm surprised he's not just throwing the draw at, as you mentioned,
Yeah.
Sean, he's made it 4 or 5 times already.
Yeah,
Exact
and
in-turn draw.
this exact path,
No, it's just-
granted, we are talking
I
about
like
the extra end, and
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of the chase. I mean, he made a great
there's a
shot.
possibility of some fudge, but
Like,
he hasn't missed
I can
this
be
shot
talked
yet.
into
He's
the
some
chase,
money,
though. I mean, I guess
and he's got
we gotta,
such a good brushing front
if we
end.
get by the top, it's probably a hack weight shot. You think so, eh? You think
Yeah, the
it's-
guard, you like, yeah, you don't really need to be tight to the guard to make it, but
Yeah, okay.
whatever you like,
Probably
whatever you're seeing.
easier shot on the ice right now.
What do you like?
Yeah, that's what you're thinking too, right? Okay, so we got to get to here with hack.
Yeah.
What do you think of that?
Outturn more, doesn't it? I feel this.
It's got to be close.
No, clearly. Isn't it like drum? Yeah, you saw this a couple times.
They didn't really talk about the draw a whole bunch, just maybe
himself
came up in conversation for a second, but they elected to go with the chase. It was kind of which way they were going to play it. Elected to do the outturn and hack weight outturn tap for the win, I think.
Certainly the guard's long enough, there's room to make this shot, and it may simply be coming down to the fact that we're not there, we haven't been on the ice, but he maybe doesn't trust the weight as much in an extra end where we already heard them talking about the fourth about some flat spots.
Well, heavy.
Weight's good, not heavy.
He trusts the curl more than he trusts the weight, let's put it that way.
Yep, good point.
Curl.
Go.
Curl it, Ryan. Come on, Ryan.
Looks like
That's
nice
pretty
line
darn
by the
good.
guard.
Way to go.
What a shot.
Good sweep.
Makes the tap, puts it through, will actually pick up 2 points here and only needed 1. That'll be a victory in the extra end for Brad Jacobs.
Good game.
Colton Flasch bows out here in the semifinal. Brad Jacobs will move on to the final.
We can probably
On
just
behalf
leave
of
the
myself,
rock.
Sean
Yeah.
Joyce, and my partner,
won't
Moses
be playing on
Ligo,
the sheet anyway.
we thank you very much for joining us, and we hope you come back for the final at 5 o'clock.
Good last end. I agree.
Just because I don't know, like.
Running the sanctuary absolutely brings me peace. The work is 100% cathartic for me. You know, I find myself getting tied up in it and being busy, and then it's really nice just to sit, breathe in life, and it's beyond zen.
You're never far from Northern Credit Union. We're just one phone call away.
If you have a question or need a hand, speak to a real live local person for banking.
Get your tickets now at curling.ca.
Imagine being able to stream every curling game from every sheet from any event, be it your Wednesday league game, bonspiel, or corporate event. Curling Stadium offers an all-inclusive streaming solution featuring high-quality cameras, ease of use, great reliability, and minimal installation. Offering your sponsors customizable ad space on your streamed curling games and being able to sell video packages to your corporate events for increased revenue. With Curling Stadium, you can stream to any device, be it your mobile phone, tablet, or computer. Push the feed to your desired platform, be it Facebook, YouTube, or any other social media. Curling Stadium is simply the way forward. Where it's commonplace in other sports to televise every game, we want to do the same. Curling is a global sport, and it's time it gets the coverage it needs. Make your curling club the next Curling Stadium.
I'm a little bit of a nerd when it comes to landscaping. I've studied soil down to the microbes. It's that level of detail I bring to my work and to my business. Straight lines and a healthy ecosystem is what I'm all about.
strong is your financial plan? At IG Wealth Management, our Living Plan Snapshot gives you a financial well-being score that details how prepared you are to adapt to all of life's changes. Find out your score today at ig.ca.
With SaskTel sponsorships, we get to be a part of your community. SaskTel cares. Always has, always will. To apply for sponsorship, visit SaskTel.com/sponsorships.